Hello everyone and welcome to Mirboo North Football Netball Club here today, round 5, 14th of May, and today Mirboo North take on Fish Creek. We're looking forward to a great game of football and netball today. Fish Creek have been the powerhouses of the previous Alberton League, and Mirboo North hasn't missed the finals in 20 years. So in football this will be a do or die game. Both teams have started a little bit more lacklustre than they would have hoped. Fish Creek losing their last 2 games, and Mirboo North getting up for their first win last week against MDU. The netball teams Mirboo North are pretty strong at the moment, and A grade sitting on top of the ladder take on Fish Creek, who are a few games below that, and B grade, C grade will be great games. They're pretty even on the ladder. D grade is a bye to Mirboo North, and the under 17s and under 15s are 1-1 at this stage of the day. Last week I had the pleasure in announcing publicly the Lights project here at Mirboo North Football Oval, and today it was formally, this week it's formally announced, and I can confirm that a $300,000 project to put new lights here at Mirboo North in readiness for season 2023, the funding has been approved, and it's a joint funding arrangement between state, federal and local government, as well as contributions from Mirboo North Football Netball Club seniors and juniors, and also the Walter J. Tuck Reserve Asset Committee. So it's a fantastic announcement, and we'll have Councillor John Schelling, who's a great supporter of football netball in our shire, and he'll be here tonight after the game. We also have tonight a fantastic event, one of our social events of the year, and it's called the Tiger Airways. Tickets are just about sold out. There's probably half a dozen to a dozen left, and if anyone's interested in that, it's $45 tonight at the rooms after the games, and it's a really enjoyable night. It's something different, and if you've never been to one, I fully recommend it. I want to talk a little bit today also about one of the things that's coming up next week. It's the National Volunteer Week, and so I thought today with a home game we'd take the opportunity to interview one of our long time club heroes, life member of our club, but one of the hardest working volunteers you'll find. Last year on presentation night we live streamed it because of COVID, and I had the pleasure of hosting the presentation night with Lexi Andrews. She said she's never done it before, but she come off like a real professional on the night, so much so that I think they're giving me the flick this year and she might host it on her own. But I'd like to introduce you to Lexi Andrews, one of our long-term volunteers. So Lexi, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Before the Pounce. Now this is just a short segment where the president of the club gets to introduce people of our club.
Yep.
And gets to ask you a few questions and just talk about your roles, your various roles. Now I know you've just left the netball court where you coached the under 17s.
Yep.
You weren't successful today, but you're sitting pretty good on the ladder.
Yeah, we are. Fish Creek just were too quick for us today. We've got a few injuries and a few people sick, so that kind of put a bit of a hurdle up for us, but they all really tried hard, so
yeah, so
next time.
So coaching under 17 netball, not easy in its own right, but let's go through some of the tasks that you undertake on behalf of our club, okay? Let's talk about it. I know you do the rosters.
So I do the canteen roster, which is a challenge each week, because we have a lot of footy players coming and going and getting pulled at the very last minute. We also do the netball rosters, game day, umpires, scorers, you name it. I've got it on my laptop, so that's a big job each week.
Now on top of all that, and that's the hardest job I reckon in the club.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think president's pretty hard, but when you talk about the rosters, not only it's easy putting their names on paper,
Yeah.
but it's pretty hard making sure they, like you're herding cats after time, aren't you?
Especially the footballers, it's like pulling teeth.
I imagine. So, okay, so you do that. Now this week, there was a couple of other things that just happened to coincide. And you not only do the rosters, but you organise and coordinate on behalf of our club the op shop.
Yeah, which is
Last 2 weeks we've had it, haven't we?
Yeah, which is such a big thing for the club. We're really lucky we've got an amazing little posse of basically netball mums, and Joe's wife comes on in, and we have the op shop for 2 weeks, and we really push the stock and try to make as much money as we can to support the club, and that in itself is a full-time job. So that today's our last day, and we've been really successful. I'm not sure if I can say how much.
Why not?
I think we've raised nearly $3,500 in the 2 weeks, so that's a huge.
Yep.
That's huge for us. So thanks to all the people that have helped out. So
And I know Bev enjoys helping out there, and it's a great opportunity not only for a lot of us to clean out our wardrobes, but we're cleaning out our wardrobes, and people are really snaffling it very quick.
Yeah.
So, and it's something that all of us in our community, like the op shop is a great fundraiser for so many community groups.
Yeah.
And if you have a reasonable week and the weather's reasonable, it's about $3,000, isn't it?
Yeah, so
for 2 weeks or
last year was when the power was out in town for 3 days, so we didn't have much luck that time. So yeah, so we've been really lucky this year.
Oh, fantastic. And that's enough for the week. And everyone says, okay, Lexi's doing a fantastic job. However, the Junior Football League had a change of dates, or change of dates for their game, which happened to be changed to last night, Friday night. So Lexi, tell us about your role with the junior club as well.
So
Junior Football Club.
Well, I've got 2 boys that play for junior footy in under 11s and under 13s. So I've always supported them as well, like I do the senior club, and we help out in the canteen. And when Matt Snell decided to change last minute to a Friday game, we had to think outside the box, and we thought people from Tarwin, they're not going to want to drive home and have nothing to tease. So we decided to do dinners for Auskick, which is run by Jess Holland and Matt Holland, and then we had under 9s, under 11s, under 13s, and under 15s.
That's correct.
So we had an absolutely huge crowd last night under the lights. So it was actually amazing. We had probably 8 people in the canteen working flat chat, serving up beautiful dinners, which we're really lucky the pub helps us out, and they make lasagnas for us. And we were really lucky we had Susan, who's here all the time. She stepped in and helped us out a little bit too. But it was a huge night for our club, and you know, all that money helps our little junior club support the big projects like the lights that are coming up. So
and also the new scoreboard as well. The junior club. Now, I'll say Lexi's a little bit, I suppose, humble, but last night I think it was about 160 meals.
Yeah, probably.
Plus a full-blown canteen.
Yeah.
Now, that's just a wonderful thing, and it shows that the joining of the Mid-Gippsland Football League and the 6 clubs from Melbourne with Tarwin coming up last night, it actually in juniors is working, and really the league and all the clubs are really getting behind one another to actually increase our junior participation in football.
100%.
And we're hoping, and clubs are working already, to fielding stronger and more junior teams next year, so it's a much more broader comp.
Yeah, and you know what's really lovely? I'm seeing a lot of girls come and join in, like the Auskick have got a heap of girls, and then we've got 9s and 11s and even 13s. We've got some girls playing, so it's really, the club's really inclusive. So it's great.
And I've got to say, with the lights that we had last night, and this is why the light project is so fantastic, we're operating currently at about 29 lux.
Yeah.
And so there was cars around with lights on and everything to get through these junior games. But it's just going to be fantastic for our club next year. We can actually concentrate on doing some Friday night games because parents love it.
Oh, the kids love it. The kids love it. It's like playing it in AFL. They get to do something different. And then we all get Sunday off.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Lexi, fantastic today. There's a couple of things I'm going to do in a minute. I'm just going to say a couple of things that I think is important for both football and netball. During the week, the Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League met with and had at our meeting the Latrobe Valley umpires, and we also had netball umpire representative. And an outcome of that is a sign that you'll see a little bit throughout the day, and this is what all clubs in our league have signed off on. And umpire abuse will not be tolerated. And what we talked about at our club on Thursday night, all netball and football teams, was that without umpires, we have nothing more than a game of kick to kick, and nothing more than a game of throw on the courts. And umpires are like all of us. I know that I make a mistake every day. I think we all do. And if players never made mistakes, well, there wouldn't be free kicks or there wouldn't be free passes in netball. So we all, I think, have just got to take a big deep breath and respect the umpires for the job they do. And we can all barrack, and we should barrack loud and hard. But we never abuse directly umpires, and we never make it personal. So I'm just calling on all of Mirboo North Football Netball Club supporters and sponsors and parents and grandparents and everyone associated with our club, let's just call it out when we hear it from someone and just ask them nicely how about thinking about what they're saying. In addition to that, Lexi, a good friend of yours and a good friend of mine, the other volunteer of the week is Luke Javasi. And Luke Javasi, son of our legend Sam, has stepped up to be the reserves coach, and it's the hardest job in football, particularly when he's been called up to play seniors, and we're getting reserves players a different breed in every week. We're fielding the sides, we're proud of that, but it's tough going. So I'm calling on to all those people out there that are reserves players that have not yet fronted this year, who thought they may have retired or wanted to retire after COVID. Come on, let's get to the club Thursday night, pull the training boots on, and let's get out there and have a game on a Saturday. Lexi, one of the things I didn't tell you about was we now have a competition.
Okay.
That's before the bounce, and the competition is a few questions, it's a quiz.
All right.
And I asked you some questions, and these questions have been prepared by Bernice Snell.
Bernice.
And here's the deal, there's 5 questions.
All right.
You get the 5 questions right, you get a free meal Thursday night.
I will not get these right. But
So if you get 4, well, maybe you still might get a meal or you'll get dessert free. Okay. Lexi, you've played over 250 games of netball with Mirboo North.
Yep.
What was the greatest game you can remember that you played in?
We were this was C grade when I was playing with Sophie and Georgia Trail. We were behind by 8 goals coming into
We're on. I'm Brian.
You're on.
Right. G'day all, welcome to the Walter J. Tuck Reserve here, where you're going to have seen Fish Creek take on Mirboo North. We're a little late on the telecast, but beside me I've got Jack Oddie and Steve Bickerton.
G'day all, how are we?
Bicko. Fish Creek, you're sitting about mid-range, and Mirboo North about 12th at the moment. That's where they stand on the ladder. So overcast day at Mirboo North, haven't had much rain overnight. And hopefully we don't get in the afternoon, but no wind, and weather conditions not too bad for playing footy, Jack.
Good conditions, good win last week by the boys, and looking for a strong performance today. We've got Ethan Woodall comes into the side, Reece Cratchit comes into the side, and Josh Smith for his second game back in after an injury. Don Paneri's out, Crook, Mitch Richardson and Shannon Kennedy's out, but we'll take up the call.
Yep. So we've got Fish Creek here in the top wing, number 16 for Fish Creek. Owen Schneider kicks the ball, finds his teammate in 23. Jason Shaw thumps a little short kick to centre half forward. Big pack forms, big floater comes over the top to Hudson Kerr, hands away. Liam Nash gets a hurried kick away, but only come back to find Schneider again near at the top wing. He goes back, immediately plays on, kicks down to the bottom side. There's a contested mark there, no one, they all spills, comes over the back. Who's that there from Mirboo North there? Looks like Bo Peters. Just a nice little measured kick, finding his teammate to Nick Camordo. They race on for the ball down the bottom, but not too many people beat the ball down there, Jack, do they?
No, it goes out of bounds pretty quick down there, but we've got with us Bicko, who's popped up to let us know about the ground and you know what great conditions it's in at the moment. So bit of work goes into it, Bicko.
Yeah, it does, mate. A few mil of rain over the night. It's just played beautifully, actually, the last last couple of weeks, I reckon.
And a few weeks ago, Bick, probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago, a lot of people questioning about the ground at all. I was one of them. It looked like it had been rotary hoed, ready to plant some spuds, but it's come up good.
It has come up good. We've just got to take the thatch layer out Ange and get the new grass in and get it up and going, so it's done well.
No, the ground looking good, and I know you do a lot of hours here, Bicko, and with a lot of other volunteers, and donate your time, and the ground's looking probably the best we've seen them for years.
Yeah, it's all a team effort, as it is on the footy ground.
It looks like Mirboo North come here to set up forward, and is that...
That's Smith.
No,
the new
Big
fella.
Smith.
Yeah,
To Damo Turner. Damo Turner spins around in quick acceleration, little pass, doesn't find his teammate, it overruns him. Fish Creek get their hands away at the back line. There's 3 against 1 here. Obi Taylor comes in for the big tackle, puts him down, and I tell you what, he's paid it. That was a good tackle, Jack.
Great second effort there. Ball come in low, but his feet couldn't quite pick it up on the run, but he butted up and tackled Fish Creek player there and got a well-deserved free kick. So he's taken a shot from 35 metres out, slightly on the top side of the ground. Perfect spots where they kick him from at training all the time.
We normally ran a bit of a book on this, Bicko. What do you reckon? You're backing him in, mate?
Yeah, Ubby's a class act here. He should put this through post high, I think. But, near on right it down, Ange.
No wind to speak of. Lines up. Goes on the way. The umpire doesn't move.
I think you're spot on
Straight
there,
over
mate.
his head.
That should get him up and about.
And the
good start.
With the signature the blonde hair odds, he puts it straight through, and good start to Mirboo North.
Great start to Moving North. Seconds was a good game too, Ange. The Leafy's boys really put it up to Fish Creek. There was only a goal and a bit in it at the end, so they had their chances.
They did. They got away Fish Creek at the start, but Mirboo North come back. It was actually a pretty entertaining game to watch. I think I was talking to the president, Nick, for Fish Creek early before the game. They had a few out. I know that Mirboo North's got a power of people out when you got fourths coming into play in thirds, but it was a good entertaining game. Good to watch. Ball goes up the centre, floater goes up, and the Fish Creek get the ball down to their forward line. Big pack forms, no one takes the mark. They come through, there's still a pack in there, it is held to him. The umpire says, I'll have it, we'll ball it up, centre half forward with Fish Creek.
Thomas Camp got the kick out of the middle there and a good second effort to wrap the ball up. Big men go up, floater knocks it back. Free kick's been paid, it's gone to Fish Creek. Don't start this again. And it's a free kick to the ruckman there for Fish Creek. He's going to drive the ball along into the forward line.
Lachlan Gale.
Lachlan Gale. Ah, great mark out in front there by Bo Peters. Terrific. First year out of thirds and he's playing really well.
He's talking to his mum before his grandma before the game there. Odds?
Yep, big Tex kicks it up the top side. Looking for young Komodo there. Picks it up on the bounce really well there. That was Nick Komodo. Damo hooks it around to Nashi. Swampy, who played a great game last week. Swampy drives it back into the middle. 2 Mirboo North players there, they raffle it. Huddy Kerr takes the mark, kicks it down long.
There he goes.
Got Blairy down the bottom.
Jacob Blair.
I kept calling him
Not Jared
Blair last week. Yeah, ball into the forward line. Benny Campbell takes the ball out in front. He's got a couple of players to beat. Swings around on the right, chips it back into Huddy Kerr. Centre forward takes the mark. Players set themselves into the Fish Creek player there in front. Terrific gutsy effort. Oh, he's been paid the mark. I'd say that
Josh Smith smashed into the pack there.
Yeah, I'd say he's paid the mark with a free kick or both.
Yeah, he's probably on the back. He come through, he's straight at it there, wasn't he?
He was.
Wouldn't like to bend the way of that.
He knew they were coming.
It was a good foray forward though. They've certainly changed what they did from last week. They're going a bit more direct, which is good.
And from what I was watching there last week, Jack, and it looks like Mitch Whiteman added a little bit through the centre, which Mirboo North have needed over the last few weeks.
Yeah, been lacking a little bit of in and under it. He certainly plays that role well, the old swamp dog.
So we are on the top wing, chipping away. Fish Creek get out of the back line, do they? Number 20 for Fish Creek. Oh, he's nearly got caught in Liam. Yep, Liam Nash. He puts him down. Reckon he's going to take a shot from here? I reckon he might. The windsock, it's got a little bit about it. It's coming from the east to sort of northeast, but
Geez, if he was watching Ben Campbell last week, did you see that? Ben Campbell's first goal was from on the trainer's bed.
Sorry, mate.
Hooked around for here, but yeah, Nashi 35 metres out, up on the top side.
I think this one again will go through post high, boys. He's a beautiful kick, Nashi. So
the beast he likes to be called.
The beast.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, that's a beast of a kick. He's put that through.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. What a goal, eh? He's probably 50-45 out.
Yeah.
Odds. Reckon you would have kicked that in your day?
Would have taken me 2 kicks to get that through there.
Would have taken me 4. And that's a good start to Mirboo North. That's a goal on the Strzelecki Engineering scoreboard.
Terrific start to the day. A couple of quick goals.
Two goals, 12 plays No score, 7-minute mark gone.
Did you hear a theory during the week about Nash wanting to be identified as the beast? I think he likes the chaser. He's put on a bit of weight and he sort of tries to emulate the big fella there on the chase.
He is a big bit of kid, but wouldn't like to get in his way. And the ruckmen go up they go, Fish Creek get the tap out. But to no one, the ball's in the middle, it's mixed up in their big hands out, just stumps it out to nowhere towards Fish Creek, and they get their hands away, and off he goes at number 21 for Toby Mitchell. Toby Mitchell comes down, but only to find centre half back, and they get their hands away. There's big Liam Nash again, the beast as you want to call him, Jack. He gets the ball up, and finds Damo Turner, nice mark, he gets put to the ground by Fish Creek. Good bit of passage of play there. And Liam Nash comes back and he goes, and he tells the dummy, and off he goes, the big fella, and he thumps a 60-metre kick to his half forward flank, and the mark's not taken by anyone. And Smith making some good contested there, but they move the ball well out there, Fish Creek, and they get a nice little kick out to the wing, but only to find Link Oddie. It's a nice mark there. Moves a lot better than his dad used to, that's for sure.
Played a good game last week, his best game for the year, so he's...
Bit of confidence, Jack, and he's off he goes, isn't he? Needs that confidence, but only to kick it straight to the opposition to number 8, and that is Aaron Ireland for Fish Creek. Gets their hands off, they thump it long into the forward line, Mirboo North, and there's a great mark there by Bo Peters.
Again, that's another terrific mark.
Yeah, he's got 50.
And 50.
Must have put their hands out, I'd say, the umpire, but anyway, good job that the umpires do, Jack. I know that the league is actually running a bit of a umpire abuse program now that's not to be tolerated, and they do a great job, and it's good that the league's really starting to put a lot more focus on it about not abusing umpires. They're there to do a job like anybody else.
Very difficult job to do, they do a good job.
And if you want to get an umpiring job, give Jack a call and he'll put you in contact with the league to see who you can contact to become an umpire.
We can hook you up. Good money.
It's something to do on a Saturday afternoon. And that's big number 7.
Oh, Travis Main.
Travis Main. I was just talking to him before the game. He played his 300th a couple of weeks ago. 300th senior games, that is. So a really good effort by Travis to play 300 senior games for a club. And there was another lad there as well that played his 300th in the last few weeks, and that was Trevor Hooker. So good achievement, 300 games in a club.
Ball's pumped into the forward line by Matt Smith, only be cut off by the Fish Creek player, comes up the top side of the ground. Number 26 there, swings around, a couple of handballs there by the Fish Creek boys, good bit of play. Good pressure there.
23, yep.
And I think it might be out of bounds on the full. Good pressure there by Jordan Komodo. Just rust him enough for him to make the error.
They've really bought their pressure game today. They're
big
trying
Brooksy
to lock
gets
it in.
They are big, you're right. A bit of system about Mirboo North at the moment, but the number 22 intercepts, that was well done there by Sam McGannon. Thumps it long into the forward line, and the race is on. Number 29, Adam Bright for Fish Creek. He's got 4 of them there, and he gets it out, 1 against 3. He's got some help from his teammates, but they get it out, and there's Bo Peters again, clear, and he's had a good first quarter there. Bo Peters clears it down the bottom. He's asking for delivery. That's pretty
paid delivery.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
that's the umpire's call.
Umpire's decision is the umpire's decision.
That's it.
We might not have made the same call ourselves, but who are we?
No,
we're not out there.
There he is. Huddy intercepts there and gets the kick down. Choco Peters, the smooth running Choco Peters down the bottom wing. What's he going to do here? He's going to takes off immediately the thumping left foot, 50-metre kick up to a contest, and up they go. Whoa! Benny Campbell smashes the pack open, but the ball's still on the deck. No one's got it, and off they go. And Fish Creek clear it down the bottom wing there, only to find 51. Who's that's that? Can't see. That's too far for me, Jack. I'm going to put the glasses on.
Might be 59. Might be Jake Anderson.
Mitch Whiteman gets caught. Oh, he's going to get caught here. No, he ducked the head. He was probably lucky there. Got too high, and he immediately plays on. He comes up for the top, and this is the big floater looking for the floater and finds him. The big floater takes a mark. Harley Folk for Mirboo North gets her hands off.
Joel
Lambourne.
Kicked the winning goal last week.
He did, yep.
He'd be on.
Oh, one-hander. How's that, eh?
Takes it one-handed.
Not too many people could do that, Jack.
No, not too many could. No, ex-VFL player. Nashy there, we're wrapped to have him on board.
Yeah.
It's been terrific.
Got a few best times in the grand final there for the Bulldogs there in the Magoo's twos a few years ago. Classy player.
Lines up from almost similar spot to his last goal, maybe a couple of metres further out. Hello, the whistle's gone. Oh, is it going to be a 50? It's going to be a 50.
What was that for? I missed that one. Vic, did you see that?
No, I missed what's going on here.
It's going to be a 50-metre penalty. Something's happened.
Unsure what happened there, but anyway, it looks like the Beast is going. Oh no, what's that?
Yeah,
He's going like the Beast. I'm not sure I can call him that, Jack. But anyway, Liam Nash puts the ball through for an easy kick for a goal. So another goal to Mirboo North, which takes them 3 goals, 18 to no score. Fish Creek, 12 minutes gone. First quarter. Bo Peters having a good first quarter in that back line, boys.
Yeah, he's moving very, very well. My word, he is for a young fella, first degree to thirds.
Vico, you come and watch a bit of the footy, mate. What are you noticing different this week?
Bo Peters has been exceptional from the back line there, and just they've really brought their pressure game today up forward, and Swampy's given them a fair bit of drive with Floater in the ruck, so they're doing a great job at the moment.
Good stuff. Look like Josh Smith's in the ruck, so Josh Smith goes up, loses the tap out, Fish Creek pick up the ball, handball up to the top wing, they pump it down to the forward 50. Big man goal, there looks like a push out there, the umpire, is he going to call it? No?
Side on. Oh, he's giving it to him.
He's given it to him, he has. Yeah. He put a little bit of mayo on it, made sure he's seen it.
So Darcy Berryman is going to line up from Fish Creek.
It's a new role for Brooksy down
it's not
there.
Darcy Berryman.
Brooksy usually playing in the ruck, they're playing him at full back or centre half back, which he's played well for the last little bit.
This is Trevor Hooker. The other guys played 300 games there a few weeks ago for Fish Creek. Lines them up. And that's a good-looking kick there, guys, and straight through the middle. The umpire does not move, so probably a well-needed goal for Fish Creek, guys.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a Tom Hawkins jump forward like we saw on the telly the other week, but he certainly made the umpire know that he had some contact in the back. But no, good kick, and yeah, Fish Creek well-needed goal by them.
Big Floater on the bench, so that's why Smith's gone into the middle, and Mirboo North just need to make sure that they don't lose too much out of the guts here with Floater off, but...
Mitch Richardson out today, must have, I think he was crook.
So getting a couple of texts coming through, guys, from some people watching down at Pound Creek, saying a good call, really enjoying it.
Yeah, we've only just started, so it's liable to get worse, but Fish Creek pick it up, pump the ball back down to the forward 50. Good punch from behind there by Bo Peters, again brings the ball to the ground, races on, big Tex, big Brooksy, falls over, 3-on-1 now, Fish Creek win, weight of numbers, into the hot spot there, and another good Grady, yeah, we missed him last week.
Tell you a story about him, he's riding his motorbike last week.
Yeah, went off racing last week, he's a jack of all trades. Blairy there, is it?
Yep. Jacob Blair.
Right, hooks on the left foot, comes back up the top side of the ground. Big men go up, Geordie Komodo.
That's Nick
Komodo. Righto, kicks the ball up onto the top side, it's a 2-on-1, Isaiah there against two Fish Creek blokes. Fish Creek fella wins. Oh, but it's a good second effort. Nash's in there to help. Josh Taylor.
He's come up from the front. Full forward there, Josh, to put a bit of pressure on.
Always a bit extra effort in front of the boxes, isn't there?
Yeah, Jake Hayes kicks the ball down. Gets the ball out. Big men go up. Now we've got
Ethan Woodall.
Just overruns the ball. Oh, the umpire's called a free kick. Might have been a little bit high.
I think Swampy just clipped him around the ear there.
Sam McGannon's going to take it. Kicks it, looks for his teammate. That's a good pass.
Yeah.
And he finds his teammate there at 25 metres out.
Good safe hands out.
Side angle. Who's that kicking it there, Jack? You can't see his number. Number 33 again. That's Darcy Berryman. So Fish Creek picked up the intensity a little bit, put a bit more pressure on Mirboo North the last 5 minutes, and coming in to score, have a go at the second goal for the game.
We're right behind it. Got the best seats in the house here.
Lines them up, and the goal umpire does not move an iota. That's a good-looking kick again. So they go on. Fish Creek 2 goals 12, plays Mirboo North 3 goals straight 18 at the 16-minute mark, quarter 1. Good game going on. I thought Mirboo North, they had a bit of structure going on, they were going to get away, but Fish Creek have sort of put a bit of pressure back on, tackling a little harder, a bit more structure, and got 2 goals to get within 6 points. So pretty good even first game there, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. Skills are pretty good. It's a good day for footy. No rain. Ground, as Vico mentions, in terrific condition, and not much wind to speak of, so it's...
And I see a few older heads come back on in the seconds there too, Jack. We were talking about seconds before. I've seen Steve Rogers has had a game for 2 years. He told me, and I don't know how long since Dave Woodall's played, but it would be a while.
Dave Woodall probably hasn't played for 15 years, I don't reckon.
Yep. That he had a go. He looked all right. He took to try to take that big scream in the goal square there.
He was actually over the line though when he
got
did
off. But it's all about participation and having a go. I was spectating, so we better not say too much. But it's where it's at. You know, people just pull on the boots on the day when they're asked to help out the club, which is great to see.
big floater back in the ruck here, boys. So hopefully get a bit more drive back going forward. It's probably all evened up now.
I'd say so. And the float and the balls go up. Yep, you're right. Big O floater gets it straight out. Mitch Whiteman gets the ball, but fumbles a bit. All your heads get taken off. No, he gets the hands out. Fish Creek clear, number 19, big thumping kick.
Big Jack Hayes.
Big Jack Hayes gets it down to the forward line and the balls, and they're all scrambling for it. That's a nice clean pick up there by 58. Finds his teammate, but he only gets wrapped up there by Mirboo North players, Jacob Blair, and Ethan Wood will wrap him up, and the umpire says, I'll have it. Going to ball it up. Centre forward, Fish Creek end. The ball goes up. Ruckman goes up, floater gets a tap out, but to no one. Mitch Whiteman underneath it again. Fish Creek get their hands out. Nice little kick into the forward line. Well
Big
taken.
Brooksy coming out.
Big Brooksy just ran straight at it and hands it on to Jacob Blair. Looks for Nick Camordo, overruns it, and only they drop the ball. He's a good tackle there. They go in, the ball comes out. There's Isaiah. Oh, nicely moved. Look at that, just beautifully poised. Looking for Mitch Whiteman. Takes a good mark there. Centre wing goes back. Looking for someone there. He looks like he's looking for Huddy Kerr or someone down the bottom. He finds Reese Kratzat who takes the mark. He goes back. He's going, come on, give me something. He goes around his teammate on the left foot, thumps it just to no one. He's just only going to find a Fish Creek player.
Yeah, it's downfield. They've played a push after the kick.
Did they really? Is that and Choco's going to take it.
The whistle.
So I imagine Choco will probably thump into the hot spot here. He did that a few weeks ago and show us an experience, and that's what I think he's going to do. And he does. He plays off with that thumping left foot, and it's exactly what he does.
Nashi and Ben
Looking for
Campbell
Nashi.
working.
Up they go, but they both fly. Nick Camordo looking for the bottom, but Fish Creek clear it up on the wing, and he gets away from his opponent. Nick's got him, but he gets a kick away. So centre wing, top in, Dame Turner looking over it like a hawk. Have a look at him. He goes, I'll have this ball. And he just little chip kick, and he finds the opposition team, number 22, in Sam McGann. He's having a good game too, Jack.
Yeah, no, he's going well. Moving all setting up pretty well behind the ball. There's plenty back there in defence. And Damo Turner comes in. Another tackle there by Big Floater.
He throws himself in, doesn't he?
Yeah, Damo's about to pick it up. 3-on-1. Oh, Nashi's got. There's a bit of a head clash there. That's going to hurt. Looked like Damo and Nashi clashed heads.
That was
not what
pretty
we
ugly, wasn't it?
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. I think they're going to be okay. They're getting to their feet, but Jesus.
Take a bit to hurt Nashi, I can tell you.
Oh,
And Damo.
yeah, that could have been a lot worse.
That was probably lucky. It's a head clash.
The Ruckman Gart Floater's in there. Gets the knockout. Floater picks it up again. Stacks on the mill. It's going to be another ball up. Yeah, no, Nashi's hurt. He's holding his head.
He's holding his snoz. I think he's got the eyes will be watering. I think for Nashi for a little bit.
Yeah, not for long. Don't you worry.
No one really wins the tap out. Gets kicked off the ground by Floater. Good work. Clears the congestion. Josh Smith overruns it. Oh, he's going to be out.
Didn't have it.
Yeah, Josh Smith tackled.
Better go beyond the mark, buddy.
And Fish Creek take the free kick on their half-back line.
Jack Hayes. That was Jack Hayes.
Yeah, long sleeve. We've got to remember that. He's going well. Handball over to the centre forward. Oh, there's numbers for moving off, but no, he gets away. Kicks the ball down on the bottom wing, only to...
That was Dorling, got the kick away.
Find Big Tex, who follows up. And it looks like the ball's going to trundle out of bounds, down on the very far wing where it's very hard to see for us old blokes.
Need the binoculars, Jack.
Yeah, that didn't work very well.
I was going to bring my dad's and I forgot them. But how you going, Bicko? You should be able to see down there, mate.
No dramas here.
You're the younger of the blokes, so maybe you can do the call for when it's more than 50 metres away.
Yeah, I think Nashi's still not quite right here. He's up in the ruck. Taps it forward through to that is
Huddy Kerr, is it?
Huddy Kerr, 15, yep. It's great pressure from the Tigers. Fish Creek turn it over and back to Blairy.
Travis Main, the 300 gamer.
Larry onto the left foot, looking for Nash again.
There he is.
Yeah, and he's got it, so he looks like he's okay, which is good to see. Looks in board. Damo turn.
Oh, he turns it over.
No, but he's played on. Good work there by Damo. But Fish Creek pump it back into their forward 50, and Bo Peters wins another one-on-one. Didn't take the mark, but knocks the ball to the ground.
Good job, Reese.
Great work by Reese. Good work by the back line there. Chain of handballs to Damo.
Damo's had a lot of the squad.
Ships it down to Nashi again.
No, it's Huddy.
Huddy Kerr.
Yeah, they can
Slowing things up a bit.
You can get them mixed up.
Down that bottom corner. Come up the top, boys, so we can see.
Sell some candy. Gets around and looks.
Oh, it's a class kick there, boys.
Looks for.
That's
Chiller. Chiller, sorry.
Chiller, yep.
Handballs across.
Yep.
Just Chiller, get it in. They bring board. There's Big Nashi again. Takes the mark. Immediately plays on, looking for a teammate. The top wing. Abby Taylor comes out and takes a good mark.
Yeah.
That's a great mark, Abby Taylor. Well set up. You see Liam, his vision there. He just took straight off, took a nice mark. and you can see Abby just ran hard at the ball, and a nice mark taken. What's he kicking from? He's probably 35 metres out directly in front. Although he's gone back to about 55. Abby, you better go back in a bit.
No, they've paid another 50.
What
Yeah,
was this one for?
but that all started with Bo Peters down at full back there with the spoil. It was a great bit of work there.
Spot on, Bicker, yeah. Wins a really important one-on-one there. He loses that. They kick a goal.
Yeah.
So Liam coming off. He's looking a little bit ginger, isn't he? He's just
He's not. Doesn't look too happy, the beast.
anyway. He's upright. That's the main thing. And is that Luke Javasi heading out?
Luke Javasi comes on. So Josh Taylor
the
puts
goal.
it through for his second goal.
So Jack, I was over at a wedding last week down in over in Adelaide in McLaren Vale,
Oh, yeah.
and listening to you and Waddy was a great call, and they're actually listening over there. So I've got to say good day to Arnie Dye over there, listening from all the way from Adelaide.
Ah, good on her, yeah.
So see,
Excellent.
we reach out. The Mirboo North Football Netball Club reaches right across the globe, mate, not just locally. So it's good to see.
We were just talking before, if anyone wants to phone in, there's a phone number that the boys will put on the screen.
I see the Marlow connections watching up there in sunny East Gippsland.
So up there as well, mate.
Reynolds and Keel.
There you go, from Adelaide to Marlow.
Yeah.
Yep. So there'll
We're
be
all over the shop.
a number on the screen shortly. But yeah, send a message in or
Yes, give us a call.
Let us know where you're listening from, how good we're going. We can handle robust feedback if
Prefer not.
yeah, but you know.
Just say good day. Down the bottom wing, they get the ball, and that's Jacob Blair getting there, just fumbles it around, and he makes a nice clean pick up at the end, gets their hands out. Hardy Kerr, he's been in amongst the two, but he's hot on the collar. They get the hands out and finds his teammate. That looks like Ethan Woodall. It was Chiller. Yep, it is. And gets the ball, comes up the top, and looking for Benny Campbell. Does he find him? No. The ball spills. And there's a bit of a crash there with his own teammate, gets her hands out, there's Link Oddie back to the big fella, and he just thumps it into the forward line. Isaiah's underneath it, takes him up. No, he doesn't take the mark. It's ball by Fish Creek, and they get away with it. Or have they? No, they have. He spills it.
good pressure
They've got
by
3
Ethan.
against 1. Good. And Nick Kamordo, beautiful hands.
Luke Javasi, handballs out. Very good play there. Isaiah's followed up again. 2 or 3 players dive on the ball, and it's going to be a ball up. Had a bit of a chance there to get the ball deep into the forward line, and good pressure by the Fish Creek defenders there.
The forward line pressure today has been, first class. All the young, smaller, quick guys, they're just really doing a great job.
Yeah, tackling hard, it's good. But
Set up pretty well behind the ball here. If it bounces our way, not quite.
No.
tackle 3 on.
Number 26, that's Levi Kosech.
We had an outnumber there too.
Oh, it kicks it straight into him. And the ball spills.
Swampy.
There he is again. Swampy just ducks him, get out of my way. Huddy, you better get rid of it. Luke's under the pump. It gets. And this is Ethan. Is that Ethan Woodall?
Yeah.
Gets a kick away. But only to find the opposition player in number 19.
That's Jack Hayes again with the long sleeves.
Jack Hayes. Doing all right, Jack, isn't he?
Playing a good game down there, yeah.
Kicks him.
Calls play on, and good pressure there by Isaiah. 26 picks it up and kicks the ball back into the middle
Levi
again.
Coxedge.
Coxedge again.
Is to find his teammate.
Kicks the ball to the top half forward flank.
That's Colin McPhee. Thumps it.
Links underneath it, overruns the ball.
Well, they've got to run
Phil
here.
Fish Creek got a run on here. Number 22
There
lines
he
up
is
the
again,
goal.
mate.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a nice kick for goal, isn't it? That's his third, yep.
Yeah, that was an opportunist goal, that one.
Yep.
Very, very good play there.
So Jordan Shaw kicks it. So that was a good goal. They set up right from the centre half back there, and they just moved it nicely, found their targets, and looked really good for goal there. That number 33, the way he put that through in
33 Darcy
Darcy
Berriman.
Berriman, yeah, beautiful looking kick.
Yeah.
So Fish Creek,
Hanging in.
they are. They're not going away, are they?
No.
Nashi about to come back on now, boys. So
Link Gotti coming off, Nashi going on. So looks a bit hurt too, Link here in front of us, or just sucking for a bit of air. Well, hopefully he's all right.
It could be a bit of both.
So a few cars here today, guys. The weather's good. Not the ground's full.
Not a huge crowd, but yeah, it's
Big enough.
pretty good. Yep.
And they get the ball out.
Ball goes into the forward line for Fish Creek again. Damo Turner with some good pressure. Second effort there. Huddy Kerr picks the ball up. Looks for Swampy, who runs the ball through the middle, and Josh Smith's been
looks like
whacked
he's
somehow.
pulled up lane there,
Someone's hurt
boys.
himself there.
Josh Smith's hurt himself.
They get the ball away though. It's a high looking kick there to a pack. No one takes the mark. The race is on for the ball. Hits the deck. Number 5 in Lachlan Marr gets the ball to his teammate and finds nice hands, and they move it well through the centre there. And it's a nice long kick into the forward line. The back forms. Bo Peters comes up the spools the mark.
He's going to
pay. Yep. Who's
Chop
that
him
gone
arms,
to?
I think. Joel
Yeah, he must
Lambourne,
have
I
chopped them. Lambourne's got the kick. He was in front of him, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So Lambourne just steadies, takes his time, goes back, and looks like he's going to go. No, he plays on, and he's going to thump it long down to the bottom wing, looking for
Luke Travasi.
Yep.
Oh, no,
that's
it's,
Jacob Blair.
Jacob
Jacob Blair. They look the same, don't they? You better take a bounce, Luke or Jacob. Thanks, Bicko. And finds Benny Campbell takes it back, but Isaiah, he looks like he takes the crumbs up, nicely poised, gets the kick on. And there's Big Josh, he gets up but doesn't date the mark. Abby Taylor comes streaming through and he gets the ball, but Ide gets knocked out of his hands. A nice defence there by Fish Creek in number 19 and Jack Hayes, and clears the ball to find his teammate down the bottom wing. They got away with that. Abby Taylor's screaming through, and number 13, Lachlan Gale's got the ball down the bottom and finds inboard and finds his teammate. Tell you what's happened there? No, he paid the mark to number 23. Number 23 for is Jordan Shaw.
Jordan Shaw.
He's looking for his teammate. He's going to come up the top wing. They're going to give it. He's just stumped it across, but he's found his teammate, number 19, Jack Hayes. Once again, the backman, the long sleeves, as you said, Jack, and finds his teammate at the top again in number 20, and that's William Voorham. And they come the top wing, and there's going to be a competition on. And Big Brooksy done well there to take the ball over the line, because Fish Creek, if they set that up, they were going to be nicely going into their forward line. So, pretty even game, pretty even quarter, boys, so far.
Yes, very even quarter, yeah.
Just out of bounds in front of the Craig Young Butchery sign there, boys.
It is too. If you want a nice rump steak, or maybe a ribeye, Bicko in your case, go to see Craig.
Yeah, nothing better.
Real sausages, CBS there.
Yeah, the best sausages, world-famous sausages, Craig Young sausages, and right in front of us, and that is young Jordan Kimorno.
It's been tackled.
Always been tackled, yeah.
He had a chance and he went back in.
He had nowhere to go. Mitch Whiteman comes off and Reece Kratzak is going to go on once the kick's been done. Play on.
Willem Verman, great tackle, great play. Gets the ball up.
Float up, big Harley Foat misses the mark. Ethan Woodall, nice, comes through, but the handball goes nowhere. Right. Jacob Blair nicely sidesteps and look, that's a good looking kick. Knocked wide, overrun it, and there he is again, Jack.
Yeah,
there he is again, Jack Hayes with the long sleeve. He's had a great quarter. And gets to his teammate number 9.
They're in Ireland, I think, number 8, I think it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Beautiful Ireland.
There's another
lovely
great
country
by young Bo Peters there, and follows up nicely.
Another effort.
Floater.
Big floater, gets the ball, he needs to kick it, he does, kicks the ball into towards the centre of the ground. Blair is out, 1-on-1. He's got a chance to kick the ball to the half-forward flank, and that's Benny Campbell.
Benny Campbell, the blue helmet.
Takes a good mark. Just waiting for numbers to come down in the forward.
Well, it goes round.
Sells some candy, kicks the ball 30 metres out where the big men go up. Josh Taylor's in there. Ball comes to the ground. 3-on-2. Fish Creek, way the numbers comes through, and Fish Creek run the ball out back up to the top wing. Well,
that's a good mark.
Great mark from behind there.
Great mark for number 22, mate. That's
by Sam
McGannon. Yep.
Well,
I think a lot of McGannons have played footy down Fish Creek there over the years, mate, and always you missed it. Yes.
Just missed to the bottom side on the right foot. So a chance goes Beacon. First point of the day. Fish Creek 3-1. They move to trailer Mirboo North 4.
Jeez, must be nearly quarter time. 30 minutes gone, guys.
Yeah, 7 goals in a quarter. There was only about 7 goals in the game last week.
Yeah.
8 or 9. So they're waiting for the to come back.
Good conditions, lads. No wind, overcast, no rain. Good weather for footy.
The windsock at the east end of the ground here, there's nothing in it.
She's taking a rest. In case she's taking a rest.
It's about time. They'll come up to the top side to Ethan Woodall.
Always has plenty of time, Ethan, when he's got the ball, doesn't he?
Yes.
Oh, does that bumped up? Oh, no, I didn't see it.
So Josh Smith on 3.
1-on-3. There he is again, mate. Number 19.
Hayes.
There it is. Jeez, he had a good quarter, that Hayes. He's saved a lot of forward entries there for Fish Creek. So the wrap up there is 4 goals, 0-24. Mirboo North plays 3-1-19. First quarter finished at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve. Bicko, what's your take on the first quarter, mate?
Look, that was a long quarter. The boys seemed to be getting a little bit fatigued towards the end. But the forward pressure was really good for the first half. Probably just dropped off that little bit in the last half of the quarter. But our young guys are really standing up. Bo Peters down the back line's playing his best game, I would think. And it's all going to have to come back down to the engine room in the next half, boys.
And Liam Nash still looking a little bit gingerly. He's out there. At least it could have been a lot worse with that head clash, Jack. Didn't look that well when they hit.
No, I think not good at all. He threw his head back. It would have hurt. But
I think you're right about in the centre too. When Floater went in, we're missing Mitch Richardson today. He's out. but floater went in, you got the tap outs, we sort of had more structure around the centre there. So I think really an evenly poised first quarter, guys. You wouldn't say it was, in the scoreboard saying we're a little bit up, but I think Fish Creek certainly that centre, across that centre half back line had some nice structure, and Mirboo North didn't really penetrate. Josh Taylor looked pretty, once he got running, he's looking probably the sharpest I've seen him for a while, Jack, and once he was running towards the ball, looked pretty quick and hard at it.
Yeah, well, he suffered a bit of an injury a couple of weeks ago, and he wasn't supposed to be playing, but he played last week and got through, pulled up okay, so he's going to camp himself down at full forward for the day. He may go into the centre here and there, but he's got a bit of a hip flexor issue from all accounts, and he's not 100%, but he's moving pretty well. But there was a few out numbers there in that last probably 5 or 6 minutes. Looked like Fish Creek, there was some 3-on-2s, 4-on-3s, and they seem to work that little bit harder towards the end of that first quarter for mine.
Yeah. And I think that, look, if the weather stays like this, we should be in for a nice entertaining game this afternoon. So pretty evenly poised. I think Mirboo North are looking better than they had the first couple of weeks. I think, Jack, they looked better last week. The first 2 weeks, I'd watched them both. I think Mitch Whiteman's given them a little bit through that centre. There's a bit more structure through the centre line, and they just seem to be running the lines a little better than they have been. So encouraging for Mirboo North, because they sort of needed to find something when they were 3-zip, and now they're so far pretty evenly poised. Fish Creek last week against Morley's, talking to some lads before the game, the presidents, that they probably should have won. They were a bit disappointed that they didn't get there, and also with Moonian, they were a little disappointed. I reckon they should have probably, a few things gone their way, could have won that game as well. So they tell us they've got 9 guys out, which is always hard. If you've got 9 out of your senior team and they're senior players, it makes it hard. But then again, you can talk about that a lot. Every team has their challenges. COVID-19, kids camps, school camps, you name it, it's all around. So it's just a matter of how you manage it, and if you've got the numbers, then I think that's probably a challenge at the moment. It's just numbers across the board in football in general.
100% depth players. Yeah. Sides like Newbarrow and having sort of 50 on the track and missing, leaving 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10 players out on a Saturday. It's really, really good for the seconds coach and really good for the seniors to be able to have, those reserves to call on.
Look, I think it'd be fun to us guys. I don't know, Jack and Bicko, do you guys know of anyone who would be married for 50 years in around of recent times? Because I do. Recently,
50 years.
50 years marriage. That's a bloody good effort.
That's a good sentence.
I must say. So Brian Doherty, the cameraman, he was behind it all. He's hope he doesn't mind me shouting out, but I've done it anyway, Brian. So I'll just suffer the consequences later. But 50-year marriage, so it's a real milestone for Brian.
Cheryl must be a very patient woman, I'd say.
No doubt. And I love Cheryl and love her cooking too, and the jams, and often go around with big dockers in town. Big Peter Doherty, one of the best in Ferris and Mirboo North. So father of and mother of, 50 years marriage. Yep. When they come down, we normally go around to Cheryl and Brian's, and I look forward to always having a couple of beers and more so the food. It's beautiful. Oh, g'day, Brian. He's going to tackle me in a minute, but anyway, the boards are up outside on the ground there. Both boards are up, the white boards. Plenty of people around, and they'll be discussing a few things. And I think Fish Creek. What do you reckon, Jack? What do you reckon Fish Creek would be saying to the teams at the moment?
Yeah, just keep working hard. Yeah, games there to be broken open. It looks like either team could get a run on with 3 or 4 quick goals and sort of blow the game open a little bit. But just got to, another side gets a bit of momentum. Just got to try and stop it.
And from Mirboo North's perspective, Bick, what do you reckon, mate? What do you reckon they need to do to kick on? What do you reckon Josh is saying on right now?
Yeah, it all starts in that engine room with Floater and Nashi, and Swampy's probably their most important player at the moment to get them out to feed these young kids on the outside. So that's probably where they need to look at the improvement. But I'm sure Abby and Carl and the crew will have it all under control down there.
Yeah, it's a pretty evenly poised game. I think the skills levels look pretty similar at the moment. Each team sort of got on top in their, in sections of the game. But I think it'll be interesting to see what happens this quarter. Really hard to tell. I don't think there's no wind, because like you see the windsock, it's having a rest. It's just kicking around there. It's just straight down. So there's no wind advantage either way. It's just really who's going to have the cleaner skills. I think you're right, Bicko. Whoever's going to get it out of the middle, that's where it might be won or lost. So looking forward to this second half, or second quarter, I should say.
It's good to see young Rory Peter back in the seconds this week. First game for the year. He's had an injury.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a great game too. I watched the whole seconds game, and he's certainly a little bit fitter than some of them, but he did a great job up and down the wing here.
Yeah, so he might be ready for a call-up. We'll see how
So the netball scores, Jack. C grade 47, Fish Creek 25. D grade, Mirboo North had the bye. The under 17s, Mirboo North 18, Fish Creek 31. I watched that game. Fish Creek played really well. And the 15s, Mirboo North 47 defeated Fish Creek 9. Under 13s, Mirboo North 37, Fish Creek 4.
Yeah, that was also a good game.
Plenty going on the netball.
Kids in that one.
Did they? That's good, Vic. And plenty going on over the netball. I was over there watching my daughter this morning, and there's a crowd within itself over those netball courts.
Yeah.
So that's a sign of a good club that's in well balanced. The netball clubs are really, if they're going well, at the football club does well in general. I think that's why they call them football netball club. And there was a big crowd over there this morning, and there always seems to be right to that end of that A grade game, which is fantastic to see. The Mirboo North's got so much support there.
And it was a big win too. I haven't heard the scores, but the exact scores. But the thirds, the under 18s, Mirboo North had a big win over the Fish Creek.
Yeah, it worked out to be about 50 points. I think Jack, the super coach himself, got them going real well. The young boys, it was a pretty fiery clash actually. So it was good to see Wilkie and the boys. It was they played well actually.
Umpires taking a look up. Going, right, are you ready to go? Crowd a bit quieter than normal. There's a bit of a chat going on the centre there. They're looking for there, but
players are ready. Umpires are just waiting for something.
what's going on there, mate? But we are waiting. The windsock's woken up, so maybe he was waiting for that. Here we go, second quarter. Ball goes up. Big Harley folk goes up the ruck and gets the tap out. There's Liam Nash, gets tackled. The ball spills out. Ducks his head. He gets the number 30 Fish Creek. They go forward. They're looking to a contest. And here, who's that? That is young Linkott. He just gets the ball and clears it down the bottom corner. Nick Kamora overruns it. And number 30 for Fish Creek re-grabs it again.
Thomas Cameron.
Thomas Cameron on his left foot. Kicks the ball. They all spill over him. Number 11 there for Mirboo North. Joel Lambourne just gets a little chip kick and finds Damo Turner, who holds the ball up and says, come on, give me something. Goes to play on, but no. Got to kick over the mark. So he's just waiting for something. He's looking for someone to give him something. He goes off with a rake and left foot, and off he goes. Beautiful looking kick from Damo Turner up to a pack. Fish Creek get the tap down, and they rove it well, and it goes kick to kick here, Jack, back into the forward line for Fish Creek, only to find Lambourne again.
Yeah,
it's a bit like kick to kick, isn't it, mate?
Sure he is. And Joel's looking up the ground, seeing who he can find. Fish Creek was set up well beyond the ball. He's going to come up no, he's not. Going down the bottom side.
I don't know what's happening.
With a big Tex. Tex takes the mark down in the bottom.
Mine's gone out of focus. That's all right.
Down in the bottom pocket.
Yep.
Looking up Fish Creek, got numbers behind the ball again. Kicks the ball long. Big men go up, and it's swappy. No, bad luck. Kick back into the forward 50.
Does Cox edge again.
Fish Creek kick the ball down into the goal square, and
Lambourne
down there again. 3 marks he's taken in the last
Peters again.
Peters on the top side, comes running up. Looks for the big Nashy, who is strong out in front, the big hands. Very hard to get past him. So he's up on the top wing, just in front of the Fish Creek coach's box. His eyes made a lead. He was on. He's in 3 minds. Forward, back, kicks the ball.
That's a big...
I think it's going to be out of bounds on the floor if it's touched out, but...
He's hit him hard there, right in front of us, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's right in front of the Ken Graham Mirboo North coach's box there.
Yep, the Ken Graham Mirboo North coach's box. Ken Graham, long-term sponsor of the club, probably I'd say 30 years plus.
Kieran Dorling was the man there that stood under the ball. Good effort. Nashy again just spills the mark. Bo Peters, just a good bit of pressure there. Ball stays inside.
Does Berryman get the good kick away there, mate?
Big Tex picks up the ball over to Bo Peters again. He kicks it up along the top of the... Oh, it's bounced on the line this time. So it's a throw in right in front of us on the top wing. A little bit of play. There was really no one there to go to. So
when your car service, Bicko, Ken Graham, been there for a lot of years.
Yeah, I get all my car service there in.
Yep,
it's been great
as I do.
For a lot of years.
Ethan Woodall gets the hands out. He finds young Mitch White, and there he is again. Just a little look for Isaiah. That's a good mark. Held his ground. Number 27 Isaiah looks good. Does he nicely, boys?
Josh
gets
Smith.
the kick in. Smith. Oh, that's a good mark, isn't it? He's made the mark. So Josh Smith presenting throwing his body around, presenting some options, isn't he?
Josh Taylor down the bottom makes a lead. Goes up. In between,
well spelled. Damo Turner
on the right foot.
Have a look at him. He's right foot up, but no, he's missed it all.
It's just dribbled out of bounds on the top.
That was beautiful front and centre there from Damo. He showed a bit of class there, being the captain of the club. His front and centre work was perfect. He knew where the front was going to come to. So
Very talented cricketer too, I might add, boys.
Been captain for 7 or 8 years now. He's
Has
been
he? Yeah.
a long time.
Just a great guy, Damo and the family, and just one of those guys you love having around the club. Real genuine. He's been the same around the cricket club. Played in a couple of premierships, and just a genuine lad. Always there to help out.
Coaches the under-9s here last night. He did a great job with them and speaks very well to the kids. So.
Coached the under-18s a couple of years ago. You had them going well.
Salt of the earth sort of lad, could I say, boys?
So deep in the forward 50 for Mirboo North. Ball goes back into play. Ruckman go at it. Ben Campbell just overruns the ball. Ball spills out. Boyno's jumping up and down about something. There's some.
Paid a free kick here to Huddy Kerr for a throw.
Rightio.
So he's 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. So for a left footer, he's probably on the wrong side, but I'm backing him in from here.
Kicking down the hill big, eh?
Downhill.
Gain 15 from there.
Yep.
Huddy Kerr?
Huddy Kerr.
Yeah, I think. See how he goes. Normally a nice kick too, isn't he? Is he a little far out or not?
No, you make the journey.
And he lines them up. Huddy Kerr taking his time, jogs in. It's a nice looking kick, and he's made the journey all right, Jack. He's cleared it.
Straight over the
another goal to
umpire's
Mirboo North. So that's a good goal there. Straight through, the umpire didn't move. So have a look at that beautiful RACV solar scoreboard down there with the graphics. Another goal. So Mirboo North, is that their 5th goal, guys? Or wait for it to come up again. I think it's 5 goals. Yep, 5 goals, 30.
13-point lead.
Plays 3-1-19 at the 4-minute mark of the second term at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve.
Good kicking 5 straight. It's kicking straight helps you win most games. So if they can continue this, it'll be pretty good, I think.
Pie balls it up. Harley Folk goes up, gets a tap down. Liam Nash smashes into the pack, gets their hands behind. Huddy Kerr got the ball, but he tries to get, and he did. He got it back to Liam Nash, and Nash thumping kick down to centre half forward. And there he is. That's another good. That's a good mark. Is that Big Josh again?
Yeah, Big Josh Smith. He's presenting well at centre half forward.
He's throwing that body around big, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big unit from here. So, but this will test him. He's a 50 out at least.
He's going to be kicking from probably 55. 55. He's backing himself in though. No win advantage, but let's see what he does. He's taking it up, twirling the ball around, and in he comes. So it's going to be a fair kick if he gets this one there, even just makes the journey.
He looks pretty confident in your range, so.
It's not a bad looking kick. I think it's going to pull to the left, and it has, and Fish Creek spoil the ball, and then they go along, and there's Big Campbell gets the ball and doesn't get the ball. He tackles his mate. It goes over the line, so the boundary umpire will throw it in about 20 metres on the top side from the Mirboo North goal.
Yeah, the Tigers have set up pretty well behind the ball here. Big Foda and Ethan Woodall set up in good spots, so
got 2 back.
Lock it in and keep the pressure on the Kangaroos here.
Trying to find the ball. Sometimes can happen here at Mirboo North. Tough when the players got to go and get it themselves, but it's under the car. Okay. So the boundary umpire comes in. Going to throw it in, so it's going to be about 25 metres out from the Mirboo North goal. She throws it in. The ruckmen go up. Big Joel gets a tap out. Fish Creek clear it, gets her hands to nobody, but they're desperate hands there. Finds her teammate. They find a good hands here, number 9, and we get this kick gets bought by Liam Nash, and he crashes into the pack, but he's caught. There is he. Umpire says it was held to you, and I'll have it. Number 23 tucked it in for Fish Creek. They ball it up again. The big floater goes up against Ruttman. Nice tap out, but finds a Fish Creek. Ethan Woodall gets knocked to the side. Nice hands by Fish Creek, and they clear it. Little chip kick to centre half forward. On the top wing, I should say. Reece Kratzak goes in hard. Huddy Kerr finds his teammate. Jacob Blair gives him the don't argue. Dusty Martin style that was. Jacob, 150 games last week, gets the ball out and finds Ethan Woodall. He just, nice little basketball tap, and he gets it to Reece Kratzak. What a nice bit of play. That's a nice play across the thing. Ethan Woodall, really well done. We started off from Craddy to Jacob Blair. Little basketball tap across and finds a teammate, Benny Campbell. So, Jack, can you kick this, mate?
Oh, well, very clever by Ethan Woodall there. If he had taken that ball, he gets caught. Probably holding the ball, but he's tapped it through there, and now Benny Campbell's setting up for a shot at goal. Yeah, look, I'd back him from here. I'd say he's got the journey.
Yep. Distinctive blue helmet he's always wearing, easy to pick.
Yep.
Number 14 comes in. Oh, he's shanked it, has he?
What's in the goal square?
Who's he
and
found
in
it?
front.
Oh,
there's
who's kicked that one?
Choppy.
Choco Peters.
Peters.
Hey, it's it. And it's one thing he will let you know, Choco, there's no doubt about him. And he's
definitely a goal.
He stumped a hand up, and I hope it's a goal, but even if it wasn't, it doesn't matter, he'll celebrate anyway.
That's
But
a great goal.
nice experience there by Choco, he rode it well, a nice left footer. And must admit, still playing good footy for his age, Choc, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yes, front and square there.
front and centre, it was beautiful, and big Brooksy down the back. That all started with him just before Ethan there. He's playing a ripping game at centre half back, big Joey Brooks.
So Mirboo North getting away at 6 goals, 36 plays, 3-1-9 at the second quarter, 8 minutes, nearly 9 minutes gone to second quarter.
Ball goes up, Floater taps the ball. Good tap out there by Floater up to the top side. Fish Creek run onto it, and a couple of handballs there. Comes up to the half forward flank. 2-on-1 there, Linkotti contests and then follows up and gets a good kick through to Huddy Kerr. Might be too high. Looks like Huddy's just taking the Fish Creek play a little bit high. Number 10. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got an injury here, boys.
That's
I
it.
don't know how serious
Who's that? Well, Fish Creek lad's on the. Yeah, he looks like he's holding his leg.
The runners
Runners are out there.
medical staff coming out. They're great volunteers too, Ange.
They are, mate. Runners. You know, Joe Pipe. If you listen to his before the game, the very first one, 120 volunteers they need on a home game. Mirboo North side, so that's the same for any home game for any club.
Yeah,
a
it
lot of-
doesn't look good. He's getting carried off here, so it's a bit of a shame for the young fella.
Yeah.
So
Oh, never good to see someone come off with an injury like that. He's not moving that leg,
It
so
looked like he just got tangled up when they sort of come to the ground. They sort of wrapped up with each other and he might have hurt himself.
yeah, it looks like he has. He's
I hope it's not a knee. I've done a few knees before and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's the worst thing ever, but hopefully it's just a knock and a bit of ice or a...
not moving that leg though, is he? He's just dragging along the
one
ground
thing
there.
worse
So
than one knee, Jack.
yeah, two, yes.
need the magic spray, Jack. Bring out the magic spray.
Righto. Ball's back up to the half forward flank for
Straight to big
Fish
floater.
Creek. Big floater, yeah.
Had a good game so far.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's played his best game for the year easily. Kicks the ball long, real long in fact, down to Huddy Kerr. Out positioned by the Fish Creek player, but he butters up and kicks the ball off the ground. Down into the forward flank and it just dribbles out of bounds. About 60 metres up around from the Mirboo North goal, in front of the netball courts. So the boundary umpire runs down. Ruckman set themselves. And the ball's about to be back into play. The Ruckman go at it. Ball gets tapped down. 2-on-1 Fish Creek. Nashy's in there. Through to Fish Creek. A chain of handballs.
That's Anderson, Jack Anderson, get the ball for Fish Creek, but didn't go anywhere with
Working
it.
around the boundary line. It just dribbles out of bounds again.
It's still great pressure here from the front half and the Tigers. It's they've set up beautifully with big floater and Brooksy out the back.
They're
So
locking it in big, aren't they?
yeah,
Everyone's got a man. Benny Campbell overruns it. Also, Luke Javazi just taps it forward and it's going to be another ball up. 50 metres around from the Mirboo North goal on the top side. Ruckman go at it. Big Tex knocks it down. Again stacks on the mill. It's hard to get it out of there.
It's sort of looked in that top pocket at the moment, guys, isn't it? So plenty of numbers around there.
Ruckman go at it again. Ball comes down. Nashy's in there again. Looks like it's going to come out now. Fish Creek. No, it's going to pull out a free kick.
Dropping the ball. Oh, he didn't have it, did he?
I think it might be dropping the ball.
To Mirboo North.
Mirboo North, yeah, he had it.
Big Josh.
It's a bit hard when he's trying to make play and get...
Hello. He's argued. He said, oh, gee. Anyway, they're the rules, boys. When the umpire says 50, it's 50, so it's going to be 50.
Well, that has made a difference. The undisciplined from Fish Creek, there's been 3 50-metre penalties and they've all resulted
Yep,
in a
and puts
goal.
them straight in front. So it's going to be the third, Jack. You're right. It's
It
going to
is.
be the third that's going to result in 3 goals from 350. So I'd say that the coach for Fish Creek
Needs to address that at half time.
Yep. John Dankert wouldn't be happy with that. And you can't afford that in close games, let alone any game. But when the game's like this, to give away 350 metres to get 3 goals. So there's another one to Mirboo North on the Culvery scoreboard.
we might have a little while here, Ange. I think that ball's just about on the straight
Gone down.
highway there.
Oh, you
so-
might need Ace to go and get it. Ace Earth moving Carl Lowe.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to, you can probably go down and dig a few holes for you, or do a few tracks. He'll find it for you.
Yeah.
Another long-term sponsor of the club, Carl, life member.
Yep. Could be a good chance to run through a couple of sponsors. Premier
Yeah.
sponsor at the moment there, we've got the Carvery at Strezlicki House. We've touched on Ace Earth Moving, they've been terrific sponsors. Narellan Pools, Gippsland, if you want a pool, you can skip a ring. Langdon Constructions, if new sponsor on deck this year. Welcome them aboard. Mirboo North Food Works, Strezleak Engineering, the boys there. They'll make you a barbecue plate or a shed, whatever you want. Stockdale Lego, RMG Accounting, S&S Equipment Hiring, more.
All good. Nothing without sponsors, guys. They're the sort of lifeblood of the clubs.
And the Nutrient Ag boys, don't forget them. They supply us all the fertiliser for the oval.
Who's that?
Nutrient Ag there, Sammy
Nutrient
Vag,
Ag, yep. Sammy Vag selling the fertiliser. Then you can get Peluso Contracting to put it down for you if you like.
All right, back on the footy, we're balled it up and we've made it to centre half back at for Fish Creek, and it's.
Oh well, it's almost
Good
a famous tackle, but it's.
Oh, the Fish Creek come through with it somewhere. It's 1-on-1 in the goal square. Oh, well done. Bo Peters again.
Another one-on-one win.
Jeez. For a guy who's played his fourth senior game, very mature, I feel. Like I said, I was speaking to his grandma Letha before, got a lot like his uncle about him, about Wayne.
He kicks
Some of the way he moves.
like Wayne too, so.
Letha's good.
Letha reckons he was a bit leaner though. He reckons that Bo's a bit leaner than what Wayne was, but I still remember Pizza being a string bean. Wasn't much of him.
Pete's was a bit taller too, but Bo Peters again comes through.
Look at that. Takes a bounce.
And kicks the ball to Nashi. Oh, that's a terrific play again. Big Nashi looking for an option. Chips the ball up to Swampy up on the top wing in front of the coach's box.
He's just come off the interchange there.
Kicks the ball into the middle to
Nick Kamordo. Plays on, he's going to get. Oh, look, he gets round three of them, two of them. Look at that.
And to Josh Taylor, great play to the coach there. Numbers running into the forward line. Moving off, it's Benny Campbell is in there. It's a little push out, he's called it. It was a little push out.
See, Nick Kamordo's just little bounce around. Look where he is, he's down the forward line. He went all the way down the forward line after that kick.
Great follow up there. He's a fit little fella. Fish Creek working onto the bottom wing, handball it up into towards the middle. Yeah, great
That's
tackle.
McGannon again. McGannon from Fish Creek.
Yeah, it was a good tackle by Blair. He just let the ball spill clear, and now Fish Creek take another mark just on the bottom side. Chip it up into the middle of the ground.
That's Berryman number 33. Thumps it long.
2-on-1, and it looks like Joel Lamborn's going to take
Give him a nudge.
Save and mark. No, he's hit that one well. 4 or 5 marks this quarter. To Joel Lamborn, playing very well. Oh, his eyes. That's almost taken the knees out.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Played it the other way, Jack.
Yeah, I know. It wouldn't have been played that way. He dived on the ball and
That's Lachlan Marr.
Lachlan Marr, great effort. Kicks the ball to the top side where the Packs themselves. Joel Lamborn's there again. Nashi. Oh, Joel's got it again.
He's doing good in that back line, isn't
Taking
he?
5 or 6 marks this quarter. It's fantastic.
Moves it down. And there he is again. Whiteman. Mitch Whiteman having a great game too.
Joel Lamborn runs forward.
Well, they all waited for it.
Yeah.
Giving Fish Creek a chance here. Number 22 for Fish Creek. That is Sam McGannon again, having a good game. Finds his teammate. The little chip pass, looking set half forward and finds number whatever he is, mate. Can't see the number, but he finds his Fish Creek teammate. Is quick, wants to get on with it quickly. Runs round his teammate. She's a big torpedo. Only to find
Reece Craddy.
Reece Craddy, right on the last line defence. We'll talk about Reece Craddy in a minute. His motorbike.
He's another one that's a
last
beautiful
weekend.
user of the ball, Angie, out of the back line. He's a terrific kick.
Lamborn. Josh Taylor is in the back line now. Damien Turner. String straight to the left foot and finds who's that? Is that Nick Kamordo?
It was a poor kick by Damo. Just
It was a bit lazy, wasn't it?
didn't quite hit the target.
Well, though, and it's out of bounds.
Unusual.
In front of the Frank Kraus Electronics sign there, boys. Frank, if you need a bit of electrical work done.
Yeah, Frank's still going well. He's does a really good job. Oh, Frank, a little bit late with his invoices sometimes. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 years to get them through, but he'll get them through eventually.
As long as it doesn't take him that long to get there, Jack. As long as he gets the work done, you don't mind if the money waits.
That's right, it does the job. And
The sun comes out.
yeah, the sun's out now.
It's a beautiful afternoon here at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve. The ball goes up, they get the ball out, but no one gets it. That looks like Jacob Blair gets a left thump and left foot down. Looks, no one takes the ball, and the crumbers everywhere. Nick Kamordo goes on, runs onto it, takes a tackle, but Fish Creek clear it. And there's Benny Campbell, and he finds Nick Kamordo again, a little chip kick. Who's he looking for? And that is, if he finds a Fish Creek back, and that's who he found. And they switch it across to the top in number 25 for Colin McPhee. And he gets the ball up to the top wing, but no one's going to get it in. It's a race on for the ball in the top wing. And Fish Creek, number 9, he gets the ball, he gets shaken off it. And, back to Damo Turn, and that's, just kept it inside.
Probably had the chance to go handball over the top there to Blair. He was wide open.
He did.
pushed just as he kicked it, and it scuns down to bounce.
So moving on so far this quarter have looked the better, looked the goods. They've sort of moved the ball a little bit, hit targets. Fish Creek seem to be chasing a little bit more, but that 50-metre penalty didn't help.
Ethan Woodall back on the ground. Josh Taylor just overruns the ball, tries to tackle wraps up the Fish Creek player there, and it's going to be another ball up.
Brooksy's come on the ball here from centre half back and he's swapped with Floater. So we've just got to keep this momentum.
Top half forward flank for Mirboo North. Floater gets the ball out. Swampy dives on the ball characteristically and doesn't draw the free kick. It's a ball up. Top side of the ground for Mirboo North. Big Texas in the ruck. Knocks the ball forward. Luke Travasi, good play in tight over to Nash. Nash is going to pick it up and wheel around on his left foot. Kicks the ball into the top of the square. Benny Campbell comes out. Good second effort, picks the footy up. Choco's, not Choco, no, the Fish Creek players there work the ball out. A couple of handballs down onto the bottom.
That's Vurum chasing it. Fish Creek.
Ben Campbell, great effort. And it's going to go out of bounds directly in front of the Stress League Engineering scoreboard.
Right in front of the Bendigo Bank, the local banking sign there, boys.
Yep.
Community Bank. Bendigo Bank, Mirboo North.
Every town has
What your banking needs.
Bendigo. Ball goes back in. Nashi there runs on a loose ball. Quick handball out to Swampy.
Big hit by Nashi.
Yeah, Nashi's just
Get out of your way.
Ball's down into the forward pocket. Only been cut off there by Fish Creek. They kick it long down to the bottom.
It's Jared Walker.
Wing. Oh, camped under the ball there. I think that was Josh Taylor. It was a great effort, but the ball was knocked out.
Straight back in and it's a ball up, boys.
Yeah, good.
So nearly 20 minutes gone, second quarter, 7 goals, 42. Mirboo North plays 3-1-19.
Very handy lead.
Very handy lead indeed. So down the bottom corner of the ball, the umpire goes, I'll ball it up with the sun shining straight on the ball and in our eyes, and they all go up. Mirboo North get the tap out to see what's going on down there. Bit of Fish Creek, and it looks like it's gone over the line. The boundary umpire puts a hand up, blows the whistle and says, I'll throw it in.
Speaking of the Bendigo Bank, just had a text saying the account's been suspended.
That's good, Jack.
Means
There's a reason for that.
someone's playing around with it.
There's probably a reason for that.
It's probably overflowing, that's why.
Yeah, she's tipping over. The tip truck went through. And the ball comes up the centre half forward position and the chase is on. And that was a clever little tap there by the Fish Creek player in number 5.
He's got one high.
He's done well. He's got one high, has he? Yep.
Yeah, Lachlan
done really well there. Lachlan, he's put his body in the line for the little fellow. He's always in amongst it and not scared to get his body and put it on the line. So well done. The umpire bowls it up. They go up. Fish Creek get the tap out. There's a kick, but it goes nowhere. Tap looks like a basketball game. Ethan Woodall grabs it, but he gets bored to the ground. Umpire says, "Look, I'll have it." Didn't ever get a chance to get rid of it. So a beautiful afternoon here at Walter J. Tuck. The sun's coming in. It must be 25 degrees up here, Jack.
Yeah, it's quite warm. Getting very close to half time at the moment.
It must be. The ball, and looks like they get a nice clearing handball down the bottom side. They're going to come through the centre if he can pick it up, but he doesn't. And he gets, what was that one for? He gets a free kick.
Paid it for sliding in their hands.
Okay, sliding in his legs, yep. And he finds his teammate number 30, who immediately plays on, comes to the top wing, and that's number 25 for Fish Creek.
Colin McPhee.
Colin McPhee, nice little chip pass in and finds his mate again, and there he is again. Is that number 5 in Mar?
The man with the red boots.
Yep. Oh, and he just finds that's Choco Peters, nice intercepts. He holds it up and just goes back. Oh, he says play on, and he gets away with his thumping left foot. And he's going to looking for. That's Jordan Kamordo. Jordan Kamordo ducks ahead, or you think you might be in trouble there, Jordan?
Yeah,
he did. He think he tried. He ducked ahead. He tried to get away, but it's pretty tight. He had 2 blokes on him.
That's a 50.
That's a 50. So that's what we don't
Now
want.
he's put his hands out.
Don't put your hands out. There's 100. 100. What did you run the 100 in, Jack, when you're in your heyday?
About 25 seconds.
25. Yep. Yep. 3 quicker. The umpy's going to give another one. Hello.
Oh, he's just running backwards like he does.
Did he give him the 100, or was that a 50? No, he gave him a 50.
No, it's a 50.
Umpire nearly went, nearly fell over there. Oh, that's a big mark, and that's a nice kick by Fish Creek. But well done. Is that Bo Peters again?
Joel Lambourne.
He's had a terrific quarter, Joel. Him and Bo have been probably the 2 best players.
Last line of defence.
Yeah, lucky to get away with that moving off.
They were, mate. They were, because they had a free run in there.
So Joel Lambourne kicks it down to the bottom where it's hard to see. Swampy goes up. Oh, he puts the boot out. Now that's going to be a free kick against him. Little man needs to stay in his lane, I think there. He needs to wait for the ball to come to the ground before he does that. Ball into the forward 50. Drop by Fish Creek there. That was a good opportunity. Floater picks up. Yeah, he's got to be done.
He's just
couldn't quite get that hand to the handball.
Don't put the hands up, lads, whatever you do.
So Fish Creek, can't see the number there, little fella.
The big floater's got the hands on the head. But that's
he's going to handball to number 19. He's going to handball to Jack Hayes, who kicks the ball up to the forward line there, and leave it all spoil. And we've got the numbers there.
Recratch that, just clears it.
Picks up his eyes setting himself.
No, drops it.
Now it's 3 Fish Creek players ready to mop it up. 27.
That's Ireland. Ireland gets their hands across to number 30, and that's Cameron.
Into the hot spot. The spoiler goes up.
About 4 against 1 there, Jack, and that's Link Gotti gets the tap away. And is that Ethan Woodall there?
Yeah.
Yep, Ethan Woodall goes to the ball. But
He's paid it. He has.
oh, he has. What's he paid that for?
He's holding the man, or whatever it was. He was 1 on 4. It was.
Have a look here.
Yeah, it was a great.
It's 1 on 4, and there's Ethan Woodall goes. You can see here they get the ball and they clear it in the centre. Yeah, interesting. Just watching the replay in case you're wondering what we're doing here, and we do get a little bit of it here. Yeah, got him a bit high.
A little bit high,
when
yeah.
you look at that.
Yeah.
You got to take it a bit high. So regardless, they've got a free kick. Fish Creek. They're going to be number 22. It looks like, Jack, who's out. Sam McGannon is going to be about 35 metres out on a 40 degree angle, kicking from the bottom side. No wind, kicking towards the turf end, the eastern end of the oval.
25-minute mark almost.
He's kicked a couple, Sam, I think, today, so...
Yeah.
It's a nice looking, that's a beautiful looking kick.
Straight up the
So
umpy's head.
probably a very well needed goal. 3 goals, 2.
4 goals, 2.
4 goals, 2, sorry. 26 plays 7 goals, clean 40, 26 plays 42, 24-minute mark, second quarter, moving North's way.
This quarter.
Yeah, they could have worked that out a little bit better there. There was 4 there, and good play by the Fish Creek bloke to make a contest of it, and he drew a free kick. And they really got a goal out of nothing there, so good work by the Fish Creek forward.
Brooks is into the middle here, boys, so...
Brooks is going in. Well, where's the floater going? He must be off. Yeah, he's off. He's having a rest.
Brooks is up, and Fish Creek get the... Oh, no clearance. Come through now, Fishy with the clearance. Bump it in centre half forward. And beautiful mark by Jesse Chillo. He's played a real good game in the thirds, and he's following it up here.
Oh, he's smelling off the boot.
Oh,
he's going to get a free
Bo
kick.
Peters might just give away a free kick.
Don't give the 50, boys. That was right at the back, fair and square.
So 55 metres out, he'll kick from. Don't think he'll make the distance. But we don't know because we don't know this fella, but it'll be a massive kick if he can kick it from here. Kicks the ball to the top of the square where Joel Lamborn makes a good spoil, and he's wrapped the ball up and forced the ball up.
He's played well the last 3 quarters. He was real good against MDU the last quarter there, kicking the winning goal, and he's continued today.
Terrific. Ruckman go at it. There's a whistle. What's going on here now? Oh,
That was Adam Bright.
it's gone to Fish Creek.
Has it? Fish Creek, Adam Bright went up for the ruck. Wonder what that was about. Missed that one, but let's have a look here. We've got the
contest there, it had to be, so...
Wow.
Well, this will be the last 2 goals now with 3 kicks.
Yeah, so yeah, the umpires.
So he's bowled it up there, and I don't know what that was about. Yeah, even on the replay. Anyway, the kick is a kick. Fish Creek are going to line up again. It's 30 metres out,
to bring it
and
back
he's
to
shanked it to the right. He's
missed it, yeah.
missed everything, has he?
He's just scraped it through for a point by looking
They
at
really
it.
needed that one, so they probably got away with that moving north.
That was a let off.
It didn't go down the bottom oval, so that's a plus.
Yep.
So,
4 goals, 3, 27. Fish Creek plays 7 goals, 42. Moving north, 26, nearly 27 minutes gone in the second quarter. In a lovely afternoon at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve at Mirboo North.
There can't be much time left in this second quarter, but they need to play the quarter out.
Lamborn's going to kick out, Jack, is that right?
There's Joel Lamborn again, yep.
Had a good quarter so far.
Number 11.
Yep.
they've set up real well Fish Creek here in the zone, so it'll be interesting to see how he tries to kick his way through.
That's a 65 metre kick to the bottom wing, or bottom oval, I should say, and the bottom end, and the umpires. What's he done there? That's half time here at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve, where Mirboo North 7 goals, 0-42 plays 4 goals, 3-27. A good quarter there by Mirboo North. They probably had better structures. They moved the ball well and they kicked their goals when they needed to. I think Jack Fish Creek maybe chasing the ball a little bit instead of work on their own. They seem to be chasing Mirboo North rather than working on what they should be able to control the game.
Well, that's been the difference. The efficiency inside the forward 50 where Mirboo North have kicked 7 straight, and there's been a few let-offs there. Fish Creek could easily have had 6 goals. But Joel Lamborn down the back line's been terrific. He would have taken 5 or 6 intercept marks in that quarter, which is huge. yeah, without him and Bo Peters down there, they've been working really well. Reece Kratzat's getting back into the game, but no, it's a very even game. It could well and truly be. Scores could almost be level. There's really nothing in this game at the moment. So
I think Lachlan Marr for Fish Creek done really well. Number 5, you know, put his body in the line. He's down forward, he's down back. He seemed to be everywhere. So sort of gave him a bit of drive. They had that, so a couple of plays like that. They had that Vorman took a couple nice intercepts down there in the back line at times. Sam McGannon, probably pick of the quarter for Fish Creek. Would you say, Jack?
Yeah, the two McGannon boys have been good, and I think he kicked a couple that quarter, did he?
Yeah,
he did.
He's kicked a couple there. So.
And Reece Kratzat, just back on Reece Kratzat, Mirboo North in the back line there. He had okay, Bicko can leave. Thanks for your help there, mate. Bicko's going to go and milk some cattle. He's going to do the right thing because one of the other lads he milks for his son's plays footy, so Bicko's going to milk. So thanks for your help, Bicko.
Good stuff, mate. Well done.
Reece Kratzat last week racing the Australian 4-day enduro, and so he doesn't he's always been a talented motorcycle rider. Comes from his dad riding a motorbikes, and the whole family is. And he come 25th out of about 300 with no real training. He got a bike and just set it up a little bit and put some fuel in it, Jack, and off he went. And he come 25th out of 300, which is a fair effort within itself.
It is, yeah. He can ride that young fella. He's been riding since he was about 2.
All right. Okay, so we're going to go away for a half-time break. 7 goals, 42 plays, 4 goals, 3, 27. While the J Tuck reserve, we'll see you after for the third quarter.
lose, I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want.
The ruckman go at it again. Fish Creek get a handball out of the middle. Kick smothered there. Hudson Kerr picks the ball up. Swampy kicks the ball to the half forward line. Josh Smith there. Ball just spills over the back and he runs onto it. Nice little bit of work there by Josh Smith and finds Shane Peters in just inside the forward 50, probably 45 metres out on a slight angle. Kicks the ball down. Yeah, that's a nice little mark there to Huddy Kerr.
So 42 playing 27, Jack?
42-27, Huddy Kerr. It's just on a little bit better. He's directly in front, probably 5 or 6 metres further, closer to goal than what Choco was.
And the windstock's starting to move, Jack.
Yeah, he's got the wind right behind him, so be an important start. It'd be a great start to moving off. We could put this one through. It lines up. Man on the mark, can't run around, just jumps up and flaps his arms around. Straight over the umpy's head. Yep.
Good move.
You could hear the crowd right behind it. Yeah, fantastic start to the quarter. Moving off.
On the Langley Construction scoreboard.
Out of a 3-goal lead. Early days. I was going over to the rooms to get a little bit of intel from the players, but I got caught up talking to Dave Woody and he was telling me about his kick that he had.
He did. It was a nice kick too. It
was a lovely
kick. It was a good kick.
Yep.
I just sat down there, 8 goals, 48. Mirboo North plays 4 goals, 3-27. Third quarter just started. Nice couple of scones down there with Joe Piper addressing the everyone down there. They always invite the opposition team in for afternoon tea, which is a nice thing to do, Jack.
It is.
The ruckmen go up and they fly, and the Fish Creek get the tap out. All on the cricket pitch there. They go down. The big fella smashes his way through there for Fish Creek, number 58, and Trevor Hooker, the 300 gamer, a few weeks ago for Fish Creek, and throws his weight and amongst it all, and the umpire says, I'll have it. The ball goes up, the ruckman goes floater, gets it out, but only finds again the number 5 in May. He's had a good game today, and it's up the top wing. Fish Creek get the ball. Number 30 kicks the ball, who is Thomas Cameron, to find his teammate number 58, and that's Hooker again, the 300 game that takes a shot at goal, and it looks like it's going in. No, it's going to be caught. There's Bo Peters again, right in the last line of defence. Young Bo Peters takes it off and thump and kick down to the bottom wing to find his teammate.
Peters.
That's Nick Camordo. Look at him go. You better get rid of it. And Nick gets rid of it and finds his teammate now. And that's Shane Peters. And immediately takes off on his left foot and thumps it into the forward line. And there's Ubby Taylor leading, but he spills it. They go down the Big Fish Creek lad. He gets the ball and he held it in. Oh, you tell you what, he held it in and he wanted to, because if it got out, there's 4 Tigers kicking around him ready to pounce. And they're going to ball it up. So he done well to hold it up. The umpire balls it up and up they go. The ruckman, the Fish Creek, the ruckman gets it tap out and down they go. The ball hits the deck, and that's Nick Camordo tries to get it in ball, but only to find nobody, and the ball's still in the deck, and no one seems to want it at the moment, Jack. And number 30, Fish Creek, and there's big Benny Campbell, goes through, throws his weight, and there he is, Fish Creek.
Benny
still
Campbell's
kicking the
going to do something.
Benny Campbell, he's just thumps it in the forward line, but it looks like there he is again. The long sleeve lad.
We should know him by now.
We should know him by now. But
Jack
anyway,
Hayes, is it?
It's Jack Hayes, that's him. Goes to number 16, his teammate in Schnorr. Damo Turner lurking, and they kick it through. Number 20 gets it out to his teammate, and they little chip kick across right in front of us here on the top wing. So number 9, which we haven't got there, Jack, for some reason, but anyway, he's got the ball in front of us. He just chipped kick across to his mate, number 30. For Fish Creek in Cameron. Cameron thumps it long and finds his teammate number 13, who is Lachlan Gale, and Gale plays on immediately to number 10 and finds Dorling, who thumps it into the forward line, and Dorling, nice little pass to number 29 in Adam Bright for Fish Creek. It looks like Bright's going to go back and going to have a go. He's 45, 50, yeah, no, he passes in looking for his teammate 33, but it's Bo Peters thumps it away. Well smothered. There's big Liam Nash. What's happened here?
Whistle's gone. There's a bit of a box on behind play.
What's going to go is going to be reversed. Who's
Joel Lamborn's in there.
Big Bar gets in there. I'll tell you what. Is that him? At number 28 threw his weight around there for Fish Creek.
And it looks like it's going to be a 50 to Fish Creek. The umpire's running backwards with that familiar.
Well, there's a bit of push and shove going on. So a bit of heat in the game here in the first few minutes.
That's a 50-metre penalty, right?
Is it a 50-metre? Where is everyone? Can't even see the ball at the moment, Jack. She's No, there he is. Number 33's got it right in front of goal, and that's Berryman. So probably going to get a sure goal here.
Darcy Berryman.
No, he's in a bit of trouble, is he? Has he got the ball? Still a bit going on behind play here, it looks like. Jacob Blair let him know what he thinks.
Looks like Joel.
Number 19, big Jack Hayes.
Looks like Joel Lamborn's coming off the ground. I don't know whether he's been sent off. Well, not, he's running up towards us.
He doesn't look injured, does he? Don't know what's going on here. So, colourful way to start the third quarter, Jack.
Well, there's nobody looking to come back on. I'd say he's been sent off.
I think he's been sent off.
He has.
Interesting.
That's not good. Leaves us all man short on the ground, and he's been one of our best players.
He has, and he gives the opposition the thumbs up to say, look guys, it's all part of it, sorry about that. And, but it's resulted in a goal. So number 33 has kicked the goal, Darcy Berryman, for Fish Creek, a much needed goal. With 5 minutes gone in the third quarter, so 5-3-33, plays 8 goals straight, 48 at nearly the 6 minute mark of the second quarter. So a bit of feel in the game all of a sudden, Jack, in these first few minutes.
Goal apiece, yes, that's right. It's a little bit of push and shove. I didn't see what the infringement was, but I did see the Fish Creek player hitting the deck. So Joel's obviously done something after the whistle was gone.
So we'll be one down for a little while. Anyway, back to the centre of the footy. Umpire's going to come in and is going to ball it up. And does exactly that. And the ruckman fly, and big Harley Fote against the ruckman. No one really won the tap out. The ball comes in. Fish Creek get their hands out. Number 4 in Walker gets it to his teammate, number 30. And they kick on Thomas Cameron. Cameron finds his teammate. They're going to play on again, and they get it down to the forward line. It's a nice play by Fish Creek, and it beats them all. There's going to be a race for the ball. Bo Peters up, and he gets it out, and that was Kratzat. Clears it out. Looks for Damo Turner, who beats them all. Damo's a good run and race here between him and Ma. Ma kicks on. Shepherd's out for his mate. And Damo Turner puts a good tackle on. And there's big Liam Nash. Steadies the ball and finds big Josh. He goes over them all. And it's going to go out of bounds. No, he keeps it in. He keeps it into number 19. And that's going to be there. He is again. Hayes. Gets the ball. Ben Campbell going for it. But the little Isaiah. That's a good pickup by him. Choco Peters calls for the free kick. He doesn't get it. Nick Kamordo tries to scramble it up, but they go again, and Fish Creek are going to clear it. No, Ethan Woodall, nice hands down the bottom because they're going to get away with it there, but off they go, and that's number 27 for Fish Creek. Gets the ball out and clears it down the bottom. It's on the centre wing, and Fish Creek seem to be a little bit quicker with their hands at the moment. Number 33 gets slung to the ground. What's that umpire says? Bo Peters tackles him, and that was a really good tackle on Darcy Berryman. But the ball goes down to the bottom end near the Mirboo North plumbing sign, and they're going to roll it in, Jack.
Yes, the intensity's up. As soon as someone gets sent off, the blood starts boiling a little bit, and they start lifting another gear. So the ball goes back in. Down on the bottom side, big floater taps the ball down. Huddy Kerr wraps up Nash, gets a kick across the body back to the wing position. Benny Campbell picks the ball up and looks inboard.
Run here.
Kicks the ball inside the forward 50, and Josh Taylor looks like he had some front on contact, but no,
he's asking for it.
You're not allowed to even.
Don't worry about it, Josh. Don't worry about it, mate. Got to get the next one. Umpire's decision. That was it. It was probably fair play. It was in. They were both going for it. So
kicks the ball back in. Fish Creek player there by himself. Kicks the ball back down into the bottom forward pocket, and another uncontested mark. Looks down to the bottom wing. Kicks the ball long. There's Blairy underneath it.
It's Mar again. That was a good mark, was it? No, he didn't take it. That's our young Ethan Woodall or Jesse Chiller. Ethan Woodall looks like.
Bounces off the Fish Creek backman's chest. So there's still a chance there, but no, he's regained his composure and picked the ball up on the second effort and kicked the ball down on the bottom wing.
And that's Thomas Cameron for Fish Creek.
Takes another mark down on the very bottom wing. Looks inside. A couple of Fish Creek players by themselves. Takes a mark.
They send out some spare players, Jack, don't they?
Sends the ball onto the cricket pitch. That's
26.
6. That's Levi Coxedge. Kicks the ball down into the forward line. Only to be cut off in defence by Bruce Kratsak.
Yep. Is that a good game too?
He's going well. He's getting into the game. He's going well. Looks to the top side. Got Josh Smith there. Well, just dropped the mark. Got in good position there. Damo maybe in the back of a Fish Creek player. No.
Colin McPhee. Fish Creek.
Could nearly have had a free kick there, but no.
Yeah.
The umpire's going to come in and ball it up.
And good to see Joe Piper addressing the guys at half time there, Jack, about the umpire abuse and to cut it out and how the league's driving it. So he mentioned it, which was good to see.
Good to see, yeah. And then 2 minutes later, Joel gets sent off.
He did. Anyway, 23, Jordan Shaw kicks the ball down forward to four. There's Craddy again, picks it up. Young Reece Kratzat looks for his teammate, but he kicks it nowhere. He's kicked it straight to Mar. Mar goes round. I know he's tackled up there, but he gets his hands out. Number 30, look, they move the ball well. Oh, he's going to get pushed in the back. He did.
I reckon Huddy Kerr's done a hamstring.
So Thomas Cameron, nice little kick down, but the Mirboo North player, I think it was in the big floater, or whoever it was, has pushed him, or Bo, pushed him in the back. And has he?
Is it Huddy or Link?
That's Link Oddy, mate. That, you should know him, I'd imagine.
No, it's Huddy coming off.
Is it? I'd say it's Link.
Well, it is Link.
Looks like you should know him, I'd imagine.
Sure.
As soon as your son.
He's holding his hamstring.
He's holding his hamstring, mate. It's no good. So, back to the footy, number 33 lines up, and that's Berryman, 35 out, directly in front. And Berryman, nice looking kick. That's a beautiful looking kick, and he just, umpire doesn't move and just gently puts his two hands out and says, that's a goal.
Here comes Fish Creek.
So they're coming, aren't they? And they seem to be playing the ball, they seem to be hitting their targets a bit better. Moving North, maybe just a little rattle after that little bit of, push and shove, and seem to be not as clean right now. So 6 goals, 8 goals, 1, 49. Mirboo North plays 6 goals, 3, 39. Fish Creek, 11 minutes gone, third quarter. So which is shaping up to be a bit of a comeback here from Fish Creek. So I'd say they had a good chat at half time, Jack, and probably the coach would have said, let's lift the intensity, guys.
Eyes on the ball and let's play the ball. That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing well, and they're finding their targets. And the coach and John Dankert. So he's obviously had a good chat, and they've obviously listened. So good game of footy going on here on this lovely afternoon at Walter J. Tuck Reserve.
Macca and Carla moving the magnets around on the Mirboo North bench.
There'll be a bit of chatting going on there right now, especially if you're one down, mate.
Never good having a man down. Umpires are waiting for something. Not sure what. Where's the footy? Oh, he's got it.
There's the runner down there, and big Matt Snell. You can't miss him down the bottom oval. I can see him okay. The ruckman fly, and they kick it out. And Damo Turner's going to spoil it up and just gets a hurried kick from the left foot up to the top half-forward flank of Mirboo North. But there he is again, Jack.
Jack Hayes.
Hayes with the long sleeves, but he finds his teammate. Does he keep it in? He does, and they're moving the ball well, and that's a smothered kick. It'll be play on, and it does. Jacob Blair goes up. There's Mar again. Number 4 in front of us, they go through, and Fish Creek have done well there. And number 23, Jason Shaw, gets their hands to his teammate, and there he is again, Hayes, down the bottom. Geez, he's playing a great game. Only to find, Choco Peters was no, he says play on the umpire. Choco gets up and bounces around, he talks around, but he only handballs it too, and they get it away. Fish Creek done well, but only to find Reece Kratzak. Geez, a lot of intensity in this game right now, Jack.
Good save and mark there by Reece Kratzak. Kicks the ball down to the bottom wing where Nash is leading the race for the ball. Picks the ball up with about 5 metres to spare. Looks up, nothing really doing. He comes around onto his left foot, takes on the man and takes a bounce, the big fella, and handballs it across
to Nick Kamordo.
Just fumbles it,
yep.
Gets the ball back over. Fish Creek have got the numbers there now, and they're going to ball it up.
He's going to ball it up down the bottom there, mate.
One little fumble, just that handball, just didn't quite hit the target. Nick Kamordo just fumbled it, and then the cavalry came.
Right in front of the Libby Pratt physiotherapy sign.
Now she goes up for the ruck. Kamordo there, just misses the ball. Another ball up coming. So moving off the man down at the moment. Ball goes up, bottom wing. Big men go up. There's the Fish Creek player there, picks it up, handballs over the top. Cameron. And runs on again, gets the old one too, kicks the ball into the forward 50. It's a shallow entry, but Reece Kratzak's leading the race for the ball. Great work there, just attacked the footy. There was no ball watching there, no watching the man. He just saw the footy and just ran at it. Ball hit him on the shin and dribbled out of bounds for a ball up.
Number 30's had a good game. Cameron's playing a good quarter, I should say.
Yeah, he's been prominent. Been a big reason why Fish Creek those couple of goals.
And it's through that half back line where they've sort of shut us down a little bit, haven't they? They've had good, strong back line and cleared it out of there nicely so far this quarter.
Ben Campbell gets the ball down on the bottom wing. Fish Creek players there, just chopping the ball off.
There is again, Ma.
Kicks the ball long. Now it's kind of it.
They get it through. Yep, Peters again just stumps the ball through and he gets the cat to big Benny Campbell, who gets tackled but gets rid of the ball. They tackle it all. There's Murray, gets pushed over, and that's Huddy Kerr gets a kick away. And he got shoved in the back. Yep, Choco Peters says he pushed me in the back, and the umpire says I agree, and you're going to get a free kick. So Shane Peters, bottom centre wing, is going to kick a big left foot straight towards the goals, and he goes down the bottom corner, and you've got Liam Nash, but he's got 2-on-1 here. Nashi, and he gets it. Then there's Hayes again. How many possessions he had, Jack? He's had a heap of them. And there's Jared Walker. Immediately takes off going, come on, someone give me something. So they go forward, thumping left kick down only to the bottom wing to find. He got taken high there.
Tex?
Yeah, it looks like it was. He got taken very high. Was that Huddy?
Huddy.
Huddy Kerr, he got the free kick. Bottom wing. Pretty much in the centre of the ground, bottom wing. So Huddy Kerr switches it up the top, and that's to Mitch Whiteman, and Mitch Whiteman will probably take the mark, and he's going to take immediately off, and he's looking for something. Goes, come on guys, takes a bounce, gets round his opponent, he's caught. That's going to be dropping the ball. Mitch might be as quick as he used to be, but he really didn't have nothing to kick to, Jack, did he? He was looking for someone, but they wouldn't give him anything. So Trevor Hooker, the 300 game, is going to take the kick, but he's being caught now. And off they go, a few fumbles now. Mitch Whiteman gets back in there trying to make amends, and there's still ball, there's still a hot potato in there. The umpire goes, play on, and he goes, hang on a minute, that'll do, I'll ball it up. So they didn't really get much out of that, Jack, did they? They tried to play on, and big hooker, but he got caught as well. So
good play by White. A lot of players would have dropped their head, but he went back and got the
second effort.
Good effort.
Good tap out there by the Fish Creek ruckman. He gets the ball away in number 13, and that's Lachlan Gale.
Big Tex.
Big Tex gets the ball, and he goes big right foot and just kicks it up towards the coach's box, and Ubby Taylor's going to be right here in front of him, and Mark gives him a little push, and the ball will be thrown in right outside the coach's box, where you normally see a bit of intensity when it's right up this top wing, don't you, Jack?
They go that 10% harder up the top wing. It's down the bottom, not so much.
Not so much. Not so many people watching down there.
That's right. Ball goes back in. Big Harley Folk gets the tap out.
Mark gets a handball.
Swampy there. Benny Campbell, he could have got rid of it, but he went back into play, almost got caught, goes to number 9, kicks the ball into the forward 50 for Fish Creek. A couple of the defenders there run out, but the handball's just missed the target. It's going to come back in. Fish Creek play underneath.
That's
it.
a good mark.
Takes a terrific
That's
mark.
a great mark there to number 22 for McGannon again. Sam McGannon. He's had a great game.
Kicks the ball deep into the forward pocket. The spoils on by.
It's beat them all, mate.
Yeah. Well, that's a good trap there.
Adam Bright.
Fishy springs.
That's
around
Adam
on his
Bright.
right
Has a
foot.
snap for it.
And I'll tell you what.
He's kicked it.
He's kicked the goal.
I'll tell you what, they're on the march here. That's a great goal. And see the way they just held it up the top here, and they just held it and they took control of the ball. They just kept moving it forward, Jack. Moving it forward, and they ended up getting a goal out of it. Opportunist goal. So the scoreboard reads, this Thresh Lake Engineering scoreboard, 8-1-49, play 7-3-45, 17 minutes gone, or nearly 18 minutes gone, third quarter, and they have made a nice comeback, Jack, haven't they?
Been all Fish Creek this quarter. They are hunting the Mirboo North player when they've got the footy. The Mirboo North player gets the footy. He's only got a couple of seconds to get rid of it because he gets swamped. They are really hunting the man with the ball.
The biggest difference is definitely that, Jack, isn't their pressure. Like soon, their pressure is the intensity around the ball has increased, and their pressure when Mirboo North has got the ball, they're really tackling them hard. So it's got them within 4 points.
Yep.
18 minutes gone, the ball goes up, big Harley Folk gets a tap down to big Liam Nash, who Benny Campbell tries to get rid of it, he hasn't got the ball, so he's going to get a free kick. He's going to be kicking from the centre of the ground. Benny Campbell goes back, and what he'll probably do, he's looking for someone to lead. Josh Taylor gives him something, but and he's going to go for him, and he's giving him the lead. Josh Taylor 2-on-1, gets nudged out of the way, but Hayes going to get he's taking the mark, and they plays on immediately, gives it to his teammate down the bottom of Fish Creek, and he comes inboard, finds he's missed it. They've all dropped it, but they get away, and the kick, big long kick there from number 29, Adam Bright, into the forward line, the half forward flank, bottom side. For Fish Creek, he gets tackled. He's going to give him. He goes throw it in. The ball's gone out of bounds, and they're going to throw it in. So I thought there, Jordan Shaw had the ball. I thought he might have got done for not having it, but the umpire says no. That's all within the rules. Let's throw it in, and that's what they're going to do down the bottom scoreboard, near the scoreboard bottom wing.
Fish Creek have got the extra man down, camped in our forward line there.
Yep. Makes a big difference, doesn't it, Jack?
Yeah, he used to go to there, cut that ball off.
There's big Nash again. Nash thumping left foot kick to high in the air. It beats them all. And Fish Creek first to the ball there. Looks like Mitch Whiteman tackles him up, and they're going to ball it up down the bottom side. So an interesting quarter so far.
Just on the screen there, you'll see the phone numbers. Just if you've got any comments, where you're listening from, how you're enjoying the call, anything you'd like to add, just send a text message to the number on the screen there, and we'll read it out at 3/4 time or when we get a break and play.
Spoon meanwhile back at the ranch. The ball's back in the forward line for Fish Creek, and they go for number 29 for Adam Bright, who tackles, but the ball spills, hits the ground. They're all over the shop. The umpire says, no, it's not getting out, and I'll take it and give it the ball up. So about 45 metres out from the Fish Creek goal, who have had all the play this quarter, you could say, Jack, and the ruckman go up and know what's going on. There's a free kick. Hello, yep, and Big Floater knew it. He's put his hand straight up, so he must have given him a nudge, or when he balled it up. So who's that kicking? I can't see the number there, but he's going to be kicking from about 45 metres out on a slight angle, and he comes in to kick at the Fish Creek lad, and it's not going to make the distance by the look of it. Peters goes up and flies like his uncle, that one.
That's a huge.
And it goes through for a point. So Mirboo North probably lucky to get away with that one. 8-1-49, plays 7-4-46, 3 points in it, 21 minutes gone, in the third quarter. So Jacob Blair brings it back in and finds Bo Peters, who goes back. Man on the mark, hands up. Can't move, and he switches. Bo Peters goes to the bottom of the ground, gets the handball to Jacob Blair, then Shepherds. Blair, left foot kick in the middle of the ground, but only to find the Fish Creek player, and he's just chipped it across and found Thomas Cameron, who's 45 metres out, 45 metres out on a slight angle from the Fish Creek goal. So Cameron's going back. Is he going to have a shot? I think he's looking for someone. He might not be confident with the distance, but we're going to find out in a second once he kicks it. So Thomas Cameron lines up, and he goes round, and it's a nice looking kick. I think distance is a problem, is it? I think it's cleared them all.
Fish Creek
it has. No, it's touched on the line. Gee, So, that was good play by Fish Creek. He didn't look confident for the distance, did he, Jack? But they're sneaking closer.
Geez, it could have just about went through. Good play by the defenders there to get a finger on it.
Yeah.
Like Fish Creek were going to be in front there for a bit, but...
That's what the scoreboard's saying, Jack, but I don't think they got it quite right.
nah, they've got to bring it back in.
So I think Mirboo North should be 3 points up. Would that be right? If we got it right. So
2 or 3. So ball's down on the bottom wing, and it's
47 plays 49.
taken by Bo Peters down there on the bottom wing. Looking up to see what's ahead. A little pass there. Oh, he's overcooked it.
Ooh,
and Honey
bloody
Kerr
tip.
with
That's courageous.
yeah, he knew the fella was coming. It was very courageous. He could have been cleaned up big time there. But the ball's gone out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw in. Right on the bottom wing, in front of the Mirboo North Plumbing sign. Ruckman go at it. Quick by the Fish Creek play there, only to find
Komodo.
Geordie Komodo. Geordie looks up to see what's around. A lot of movement on the go here. They need to start running a little bit, moving off.
Yeah, they seem flat-footed, don't they?
They do. Yeah, Big
Oh,
Nash's
what's
gone
a
up.
good mark by Nashi.
Yeah, he'll be watching the replay of this one.
We might watch the same, Jack.
Yeah, that's a nice solid
That's
mark.
a good mark.
The big fella there, he's sitting there in the sun there.
Bathing
Kicks the ball.
the beast.
Kicks the ball back in board. Finds Bo Peters again. He's played a terrific game. Another little chip down the bottom to Blairy. Well, we're possessing the ball. While Mirboo North's got the ball, Fish Creek aren't scoring, so that's one way of looking at it. Kicks the ball down to Damo Turner. Takes another uncontested mark.
Depends who you're barracking for, Jack.
4 or 5 little chip kicks and marks. So there needs to be a little bit of run here. Ball's Damo drives it. Oh, he's
He's
smothered.
kicked on the man of mark.
Kicked on the man of the mark, smothered.
There he is again, Cameron.
Cameron, yeah.
He's had a good quarter, hasn't he? Damo's trying to make amends there, going chasing him down, but Cameron gets a kick in. Only going to find Bo Peters again, and Bo Peters had a cracking game, Jack, so far.
He's probably been our best player. Joel was going well, but he's been sent off. He's let the team down a bit there. But
Yep.
Bo Peters has
And Dog walks round his opponents.
bells and candy there and kicks the ball long.
Beautiful looking kick.
He's
But
a long kick. 60 metres down onto the bottom wing.
Honey curb and just a little chip across.
Little,
That Nick Komodo goes over, but no, that's number. There's Mar again for Fish Creek.
3-on-1 Fish Creek again.
Finds his teammate, number 58, and that's Hooker, the 300 gamer they play on. The big Benny Campbell gets the ball, a little chip kick across, and he's found
That's a good kick
Honey
there.
Kerr again. He's played a good game too, Jack. It is Josh Taylor.
Just at his feet,
Nah.
just can't quite pick it
Was
up.
he paid that?
Well, he's
Well,
paid the mark.
That's the umpire's decision, Jack, as they say.
Geez, if it's a mark, it's a terrific mark. But he's just a little bit too far out
He
to
is,
score.
but look what he's done. He's found Choco, and Choco, I reckon, will have a crack at it.
He'll kick it from there.
Yep, really good. Nice kick. The crowd's starting to get a little bit alive now, Jack. Down here, there's a bit in it.
There's a bit going on, bit of feeling in the crowd.
And the close game, 3 points in at 8-1-49, 7-5-47 on the RACV Solar scoreboard.
So Shane Peters lines up. This to extend the lead back out to 8 points, would be a very handy goal against the flow.
On his left foot there too, that side, mate.
Big Nash
It's a
comes
nice
off.
looking kick normally, but is it gone? No.
No.
Oh, that one's touched it.
Just a goal.
I tell you what, that might be a goal, is it?
It was just a goal.
Oh, let's have a look. The umpire's going to chat. He's going, did anyone touch it? The kick was kicked certainly before the siren, was it?
Graham Robertson's called it a goal. He's
Yeah, Graham, you
sitting
can
over
hear
there,
in the background.
He knows what's going on.
Yep, what do you reckon, Graham? Goal?
Tell him, Graham, it's a goal, surely.
The ball's in the air with the siren.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're worried about it when it's touched, I think.
So we've got some special comments in the background there, as you can hear, but umpire says no.
No score.
No score. So at 3/4 time, 8-1-49, Mirboo North plays 7-5-47 Fish Creek, with Fish Creek really dominating that quarter. The intensity lifted, Jack, and they just seemed to have more composure. Mirboo North, when they lost that play, that was noticeable. But take that away, I think Fish Creek overall had a better quarter for a number of reasons.
Well, the game turned, didn't it? When Joel came off, maybe we've got the. We're looking good early, then Joel went off, and 3 sort of fairly quick goals to Fish Creek there. But the worry is the Mirboo North bench at the moment. Doesn't look like Link's going any good. He's limping around.
Yeah, gone back, has he, mate? He's not back on.
I don't reckon he's going to go back on. And Josh Smith was limping pretty badly there before too, so I'm not too sure what's happened with him.
So Mirboo North looking tired there too, Jack, aren't they? Look in front of us there, but then again, you look at Fish Creek, so are they. So I think it's going to be, we're poised for a cracking last quarter. It might be survival of the fittest, mate.
Yeah, with only one rotation on the bench, Mirboo North is going to be tough. They're going to have to dig deep here.
So Fish Creek really shut down Mirboo North. They didn't get it out of the centre as much. I mean, we didn't get the ball out. You know, they shut down the centreman. They got it down the forward line, Fish Creek, and when they had it down there, they kept it in. They locked it in. They had that one man back, and they sort of pretty much every time they went inside 50s, even if it come out, it'd go back in and they'd get a goal. So they've kicked a few to get themselves right back in this game. And we're poised for a cracking last quarter. Mirboo North didn't look as sharp there, Jack. They didn't move the ball as well. They semped a bit slow. You could see when they had the ball, they were looking for plays to kick to, weren't presenting. Didn't look like they had in the first 3 quarters. So
there's a lot of pressure to you, like we spoke about. When Mirboo North had the ball, they hunted them. Fish Creek come hunting for them, and didn't give them any chance to have any easy kicks or hit their targets or look up and make the best decisions. So. No, it was all Fish Creek that second half of that quarter, so
yeah,
it's going to be first goal or two. The first couple of minutes of this last quarter is going to be
It's going to be interesting, and I think the Fish Creek captain, the coach in Dankert, will be saying, "Good quarter, boys. That's exactly what I asked for." I think he'll be saying the pressure was fantastic. That the forced errors of Mirboo North, they. Bit of push and shove, and Mirboo North got a lad sent off. Now they can go either way, but the fact of the matter is we're one man down at the moment. I'm not too sure how long that's for, Jack. And Fish Creek certainly made an advantage of that. But
15 minutes.
15 minutes, okay. So should be nearly back on, I'd imagine. But Mirboo North have to get back to what they were doing in the first half and just really moving that ball well. They're still kicking straight. There's nothing wrong with that. But they've got to sort of find their targets, present a little bit more, because I don't know. There was an amount of times that we saw it that. They had the ball moving forward, but no one to kick to, and they kept asking their players to come down, but didn't, blaze away. So, I thought Bo Peters was fantastic in the back line. I thought Mar was really good for Fish Creek. Jacob Blair for Mirboo North, Huddy Kerr. I've got your disease now, mate. I don't borrow for Collingwood.
Jared Blair.
I think Thomas Cameron for number 30 for Fish Creek played well, and McGannon certainly had a bit of an impact there when they got around the ball. So. It's going to be poised. I'm looking forward to this last quarter, Jack, as the boys take a rest and take a break.
A couple of messages coming through. Young Riley Ottie's just said what great commentary we're providing. Said he feels like he's at the game, so thanks for that, Riley. That's terrific.
Good on you. I've got the mother-in-law and my wife, Kylie. My mother-in-law's in Ballara with COVID, Jack, so say good day to Kim, and I've got Maisie and Kylie at home with COVID. So there's a good shout out to Maisie. She's been asking me all day, so there you go. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast down there from Ballara, Mirboo North, across to Adelaide, to Marlow. None from the Gold Coast today. We normally get a few out of Bass Strait, Jack, which you haven't heard today, but maybe that's because Pico's here. But it's good to see that the broadcast is getting right out to a broad range of places in the country. That's what it's all about.
The number came up there before. If you want to text in to say where you're listening from, be interested to know. When we sort of started doing this, we thought we might get out to 10 or 11 people, but it seems like there's 600, 700, 800 people listening. So.
And I know they put it at the local hotel down here at Mirboo North, Jack. They live stream it there every week, and I think Pie Shields and the team up there, so they'll be having a watch there at the local hotel. And we're talking about Reece Kratz earlier on. Sorry, we have to go to half time, but yeah, come 25th out of 300. I think we mentioned in the Australian Enduro, and so that's he's a bit of a jack of all sports, mate. He's a good footballer. He's had a good game today. He's playing senior footy, and then took a week out just to go and do that with hardly any training whatsoever. Jumped on a bike and pretty good effort. So I was having a chat to him this morning there at the canteen, and he was actually working in the canteen, and just said he really enjoyed it. And they got some people asking him maybe to sort of take it up full time, but I think he said he's enjoying his football, and he's just bought a house there with his partner, and I think with that motorbike business can take a bit of money too at times, Jack. So
I saw him before the game. I asked him how he went, and he lifted his arm up and said, my shoulder's a little bit sore, I hit a tree. But he bounced back, these young blokes.
They do, mate, but talented always. But so the link's certainly off, mate. His link is limping there right in front of us, mate, so he won't be taking no further part in the game. People ready to go. Lovely afternoon here. Jack, you couldn't ask for a better afternoon at the Gold Coast of Gippsland here in Mirboo North, could you?
No, sunny all the time here.
Nearly could just put the boots on and go yourself, Jack, I reckon, wouldn't you?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
I watched Woody, and I think that's
a reason not to do it.
Doors closed.
Yeah.
Josh Smith, is he back out on the ground? I didn't see him.
Haven't seen him yet. Well, he's not, unless he's hiding in the coach's box. He might be.
Joel
Lambourne's down there. He's down at full forward, is he? Or full back, I should say.
Yeah, Joel's back on. So Josh Smith might be off. in the coach's box. I'm not too
You
sure.
might have a few minutes to go.
Luke Travasi's the other player on the bench for Mirboo North.
So the big floater's going to be the ruck up against the ruckman there for Fish Creek, and up they go. The big men fly. Floater gets a tap out. Liam Nash smashes his way through, big cracking left foot down towards the Mirboo North forward line. Doesn't find anyone but the shadows, and then number 16 for Fish Creek, Schnorr takes it over the line, and it's going to be a throw-in. Is that how you pronounce it, Jack? I should know, but
Owen. Let's call him Owen.
Yeah, Owen Schnorr takes it over the line. The umpire's going to ball and throw it in, and in it goes, and the ruckmen are up there. Floater gets no, that's big Benny Campbell gets the ball on the right hand, but Fish Creek have it. It gets taken to ground. Huddy Curran there trying in the bottom of the pack, and the ball gets locked up, and the umpire says, I'll take it, and we'll ball it up with 50 metres out from the Mirboo North goal, top side wing. So
Mirboo North's forward 50. A handy goal would be if they could kick one here, so that Benny Campbell goes up, ball hits the deck, Huddy Kerr wraps up.
there is again Thomas
tackle.
Cameron.
The ball spills clear.
Nick Kamordo.
Picks it up, floater. Oh, he doesn't want to take it and get caught, but he's done well there. Benny Campbell gets
Nice
it out.
hands. There he is again, Cameron again.
Yeah, and they've moved it forward, Fish Creek, up onto the top wing. Now, if they get this out there,
Damo Turner, tough.
stood in the way there. Fish Creek pumping it into their forward 50, and Lambourne takes the mark. I love that end. He's taken about 8 contested marks down in that
Yes,
end.
and he's Nash. Look at him. Nah, you're not going to get that one. Oh.
Number 20 there, Willem.
Yeah. Yep.
Kicks the ball into the good second effort there by Damo Turner to knock the ball clear.
Yep. Number 9 that we don't know who he is, but someone from Fish Creek knows, can tell us who number 9 is. That'd be appreciated.
Wasn't on the team sheet. The ball.
He's had a good game though. He's played all right.
Done well. So
Number
floater
13.
over to
Gale.
Nash. Yep, Nash kicks the ball. Benny Campbell, quick hands over to Ethan
That's Ethan Woodall, mate.
Yeah, so there's a hole
What's happened
there.
here, was it? Yeah, hold Ethan, did he? No, Ethan's held him.
Blair, no, I think it was Blair the next contest down.
Was he right, eh?
like
So Fish
Blair.
Creek free kick, and there he is again, your man, the long sleever.
Yep. Old Jack looking in board now. Ball goes in the middle, and another. Hayes takes another mark.
That's Mar. Yep, Hayes the Mar.
Yep. With the orange boots, looks up the top side of the ground. He's directing a bit of traffic. Short little kick, missing the target.
Missed everyone.
Now there's 5 players running at the ball. Damo Turner with the head over the ball. Surely that's a free kick.
Jordan Shaw just come crashing through there, didn't he? Coming downhill.
The umpire was right behind the Fish Creek play. Didn't really see it, but from here, looked like Damo had his head pulled off, and he's getting up slow.
He's getting up slow, but anyway, umpire's decision up. You guys going to ball it up, Jack?
Floater in the ruck.
Up against Gale. No one
really wins that. Ball goes down. Now it's another Stacks on the mill. Ball comes out. Not yet. Can't even see the ball. There's about 6 players over the ball. Umpire's going to ball it up.
So a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment for the first couple of minutes in the last quarter, Jack.
They've stopped the flow at least.
They have.
Been a goal scored, but Fish Creek.
Mar again.
I thought he might have been high. Swampy gets it just that
play
whisker
on, just got
slow.
away, didn't he? Yep, Nick Kamordo tackles Cameron, but Cameron gets the ball away to his teammate number 25. McPhee just thumps it long into the forward line for Fish Creek. It's a 2-on-1. Kratzak gets the ball. Bo Peters dives. Kratzak, it's 2-on-2 now. Number 9 gets it and they're going to take a snap here, Fish Creek. And it goes nowhere. It's going to go out in the full, is it? Yes, it's out in the full. So, that was lucky for Mirboo North. Bo Peters once again always limping there, Bo.
Darcy Berryman was trying to claim the mark, but he marked it about 2 metres over the line.
And there's big Brooksy, Joe Brooks, kicks the ball to the top wing. Gale against the big floater. No one gets it. Isaiah gets one in the back. The umpire says play on. Fish Creek get the ball to his teammate, number 59. 59, Jake Anderson just kicks the ball inboard and finds his teammate somehow. In number 22, he automatically plays on. There's for number 20, and that's Vuhlman. Owen, he plays on. Oh, Cameron gets hit hard there. That was fair. There he goes. He lets him know too, young Cruddy. Jeez, he hit him hard, didn't he?
Straight, yeah, fair.
That was fair though, it was fair, and the Fish Creek aren't liking that, but
run straight at the ball.
He did too, and so did Thomas Cameron. He didn't take a backward step, mate, so he's played a good game, Thomas Cameron, for Fish Creek, and took that hard hit, and they're off again. So ball goes up, clears everybody. Big Liam Nash gets the ball, gets touched. It doesn't get touched. That's a mark to number 10, who is Kieran Dorling. Dorling hits the number, hits his teammate Walker.
Nice little
Walker
one-hander
goes back, and Cameron's still limping there. He's in a bit of trouble there, and he gets the ball misses it all. And Fish Creek got an opportunity. Number 29 gets it across to his teammate in number 22, McGannon. McGannon takes a snap at goal, and the big floater gets his hand to it, and Harley Fote, it goes through for a point. So 7-6-48 plays 8-1-49. 5 minutes gone, quarter 4.
Point the difference.
1 point the difference, moving North's way, but they're under fire here. Lambourne goes in and finds Peters, takes the mark. Peters goes back, looking for someone to kick to, and he goes to his teammate and Reece Kratzat, who jumps up and takes overhead mark on his own. Still nothing really, gained about 10 metres. He points, he goes, I'm playing on, I'm going to thump it as long as I can, up to the centre wing. Up they go. Gale goes up for Fish Creek, but the ball goes over. Gale's had a good game in the ruck there. And number 19, Jack Hayes, been instrumental there in that back line and holding it all together. He's had a cracking game, probably one of the best on as well, Jack.
Quite easy, yeah. He's played really well. Ball comes back in. Benny Campbell
He grabs it
out of the ruck.
What's going on here? Umpire's blew his whistle. Oh, no, the umpire goes, no, don't like that throw in, you better throw it in again.
Do it again.
Here's that big Josh, he's off again, mate. He is.
Yeah.
Josh Smith, he's injured.
Yeah, no,
He's walking like he's done a hammy, or
he's done
he needs to go to the toilet. One of the two.
Be a bit of both. Calf. He's rubbing his calf
I'd
muscle.
say it's his calf, mate, by the look of it. Anyway, he's off, but Huddy Kerr waiting to go on. The ball gets thrown in this time.
Better throwing.
Big Campbell goes up. No one gets the ball. Gale gets the hands down to his teammate, but he doesn't get it. Yes, he does. Number 8 in Ireland. Ireland gets the kick away, and that's gone out in the full. Oh, and the coach takes the mark. He's going to give away 50, the coach there, for a minute. But he's going to throw. Why would he?
They probably could give away a kick.
that would have been funny, Jackson. Reece Craddy just thumping it away again, but don't tell me he's kicked it out in the full. He has. So it's gone. That was yes, not exactly what you require when you get a free kick to kick it straight back out in the full. Well, that was lucky probably not to give him 50 there. He didn't give the ball back immediately. Is that going to be another one? No, number 26. Who's that, Jack? That's
Levi Copsedge
takes a mark, eh?
Looks up. Small little chip inboard.
Yep, finds his teammate in Ireland.
Oh, they're loose now. There's a few Fish Creek players. They're running into the forward 50. Moving off, needs a man up here. Big floater goes up and sees the ball out of bounds.
Number 33, good spoil there, Darcy Berryman. Also played a pretty good game, Jack.
So the ball's about to be thrown in. Top half forward flank for Fish Creek. Big floater gets a tap.
Jordan
Komodo. Damo's in there hunting the footy. What's the umpire going to say?
Give it to me, mate. That's what he's saying.
No prior opportunity.
Plenty of people around the ball.
Ball goes up, floater. Yep, good little tap there. Little Komodo there gets wrapped up. Now, no, they've distracted the ball well out of the pack there. Fish Creek into the goal square.
Oh,
good punch away there by Joel Lambourne. The race is on now. Big Tex. See how he goes on the
Big Joe. Look at him go. He's knocked him, but he hasn't caught him. Nah. He's got the ball in. Oh, he's followed up well. Big Joe Brooks. He's got the hands away to Liam Nash. Taps it across.
Nice little
and that's
tap.
is that Jesse Chiller? Jesse Chiller clears the ball down the bottom, looking for his teammate Nathan Woodall, is it? And looks good. He's gone.
Oh, but to no one.
To no one, and there he is again, Hayes. He's dropped it. Hayes, and Isaiah's going to. Yep, no, he gets it back to nobody. Is that deliberate? I wonder.
No, it's still in play.
It is in play.
Chips it back into that man again.
Cameron
takes the mark, looking inside, kicks to the.
You've got players everywhere here. Look at that. This is like a training drill, mate. Like a training drill. Moving North and not manning up there. And they've had loose men everywhere. This is going to be number 58, I think it is, Jack. Trevor Hooker.
300 gamer.
He's going to have a kick from about 45, pretty much directly in front, you could say, Jack.
Put his team in front. A goal here puts them in front by 5
crowd
points.
will erupt. So the sun's gone beyond the clouds.
You'll be able to hear if it's a goal in there through the FX microphone. Crowd will go wild. It's kicking down to the Fish Creek end. Ball's on the way.
No, he's shanked it. He's missed everything.
Missed everything down the left-hand side.
Long way out there though too, Jack, so...
Sorry, mate.
You got to go, fellas.
Righto, Nash. No, Lambourne kicks the ball out.
Chiller
takes the mark, looks up. So if we're ever in trouble getting it past the wing here at the moment.
We do, mate. The whole, so he was looking for the mark moving north, just play on the ball. No good asking the umpire.
Yeah, get the footy. If the whistle doesn't go, it's not a mark, it's not a free kick.
And I think that's what Fish Creek are doing well. They just go on the ball. They're not worried about too much, are they? They're just going about their business.
Yep.
Gale up against, who was that? Was that Floater?
Big Tex takes the ball out. Good little play there. Bit of play. Ben Campbell picks the ball up. Wrapped up as soon as he gets the footy. Fish Creek are hunting. As soon as the Mirboo player gets near the ball, they get swamped.
They have numbers around, don't they? They have numbers around the ball. They seem to have numbers down to the forward line, have people free. So the ball's going up again. The ruckman fly. Gale gets a tap down to his teammate for Fish Creek. Fish Creek going to the forward line again. The contested there, the players at hello, and that's Lambourne, is it? No, that's Chiller. Chiller maps it up at the back. He's been well chased there. Gets a kick really to no one, but kicked it into space. There's a race on. It's going to be a 3 against 1 here, but Fish Creek's going to get to the ball first, I think.
Yeah.
And he tackles him, and he does well. He does well there, number 9. We don't know who he is, but he's done well again. So play on, says the umpire, number 29 for Fish Creek. If there's a thump and goal, it looks like it's going to go through. And he's kicked it, number 29, and it's put him in front, Adam Bright. And that number 9 here, Jack, was a 3-on-1 situation right in front of us, and he just got the ball. He got tackled, he got the hands away to Bright. And Bright just snapped it, and probably 45 out. Sometimes you need a bit of luck in these games, and that's what that was. And now the scoreboard reads 8-6-54 Fish Creek to 8-1 49 Mirboo North, and 11 minutes gone in the 4th quarter. And Jack, I don't know, but Fish Creek seemed to be up and about, numbers at the ball.
A little bit of luck there too with that 3-on-1 there. The ball landed on its end and bounced straight back into number 9's hands there, and he was good enough to get a kick away. So ball bounces the other way.
He did, and Jesse Chiller had done well. He had no choice. He had no one to kick to, so he just kicked it to space. But sometimes you need luck, Jack. Sometimes you need it, mate.
5-point lead to Fish Creek.
Big.
Josh Taylor comes through.
He's up forward, isn't he? He's up a long way from home.
Yes. Good smother there by Huddy Kerr. Trying to keep the ball, trying to get that ball into the forward 50. Another tackle there, Benny Campbell. Ball gets...
I think Taylor's brought himself up to centre forward, mate, and put Shane Peters back down.
Yep.
Maybe to try to bring himself into the game to give him some drive in these last 20 minutes.
Got to get the ball in there.
Nice tap out by Harley Fote, finds Liam Nash, gets handball to Huddy Kerr. Here he comes, look at Nick Camordo. Oh, he didn't take the ball with him, but he looked on him and said, he's got it back again, he's going to take a shot. Young Nick Camordo just spills it up. Abby Taylor gets under the... Oh, he says play on. He tried to get the free kick there, Abby Taylor, but not quite. So Mirboo North rush behind. This is a cracking game. 8-2-50 plays 8-6-54 Fish Creek's way by 4 points. 12 minutes gone.
2 close ones in a row. It was like this last week. The nerves were on edge.
Yeah. Here is Hayes again. Look at him. Just a general. He's been a general. Oh, not this time. We've pumped him up too much, mate.
Yeah, Isaiah takes a mark. He's gone in board.
What's he done here? Hello, Huddy Kerr gets the ball and he gets away from his opponent.
Give him the
Cameron tries to tackle him. Who's he found there?
Yeah,
Ethan Woodall.
Ethan Woodall.
Is that Ethan Woodall?
Yep.
It is Ethan Woodall now. He's a nice kick, Ethan. Nice, good straight kick. So
chance to put Mirboo North back in front.
Is this his first senior goal? If he kicks this, I don't know. Has he kicked some goals in the first games? I'm not too sure, but
don't think so.
Would have kicked many, but let's see what happens. What is he? 45? Kicking from 35?
Kicks plenty in the juniors. Don't worry about that.
He's a nice looking kick, very steady. Has plenty of time when he's got the ball. Ethan lines them up, and the umpire does not move one, and they're all around him. Look at him. Another thirds player. So just for your information, the young fella played this morning in the second and in the thirds. He played 2 quarters. So did Nick Camordo, and then they've come up and played seniors. So I suppose that's the stamina of the young fellas, mate.
Very handy goal. Yeah, that's right.
So 9-2-56 plays 8-6-54. Mirboo North by 2 points. 13 minutes gone. The last quarter on the Langdon Construction scoreboard.
Luke Gervasi coming off and Whiteout coming back on. He's going onto a wing by the look of it.
Look, he looks like he's ready to roll. Mitch Whiteman, doesn't he? He goes, let me at him.
Full tank of air.
He has.
Centre clearance very important here.
It is.
Floater goes up. Nice little tap out there.
There is again Cameron.
Cameron again.
Geez, he's had a good half, hasn't he?
Yeah, he finds the ball, doesn't
Always in the bottom of the pack. Good, fair, tough, hard player.
Clayton Oliver type thing.
Yep. Harley's folk done well, isn't he, today too?
He has.
Benny Campbell gets a kick down towards centre forward. Liam Nash. No, that was Lambourne, was it? Lambourne gets a ball that goes down, but Fish Creek clear it. He gets knocked over after it. Nick Camordo on the chase to one of the... he calls him, that's gone. And he caught with the ball, and that was 26. Coxedge got caught by Camordo. So Camordo's caught Coxedge, and he goes in for his teammate. That's Lambourne.
Yep.
And he takes a good mark. Or is he going to play on? Oh, geez, they're all looking at the umpire a lot these days, aren't they? And he goes round. Oh, he's been tripped. I tell you what, he's probably giving 50 there. Was that deliberate?
I reckon it might have been.
I reckon he deliberately did that. But anyway, the umpire's called, and the umpire said it's a free kick. You tripped him, and you're coming with me. Is that what he's saying?
This looks like a 50.
Yeah, he was. And if you look at the replay there, you'll see that he did come out and try to kick him. You know, I suppose he's an experienced player, but it was a bit obvious.
And look, here it is here.
Jack Hayes.
Stuck his boot out
Yeah,
there.
he did. It's Jack Hayes, and so it's going to cost them a goal, I think, here, Jack. So this is going to be 4 goals that Fish Creek have given away from 50s.
4 goals, that's right. It's
So if you take them away from the score, completely different scoreboard. So it's a much needed goal for Mirboo North. Hayes would be probably disappointed with himself for doing that. He's had such a great game at such a crucial point of the, the quarter in the game. So
he's played
the trips,
really well.
yeah. So Lambourne puts it through for a goal, and that kicks Mirboo North in 10-2-62. Plays 8-6-54. 15 minutes and a half minutes gone in the last quarter.
8-point lead. All of those 50-metre penalties, all 4 of them have been from about 55 metres out, and it's put them in the goal square.
It has been, mate. So Nick Kamordo, he's had a good game. He's coming off. It looks like big Josh Smith's going to go back on, which is a good sign.
Bit of a rub. He's had the magic spray put on.
And he's come off. He's played a great game. And up they go, and Big Gale gets the tap out, but it doesn't go. Oh, it does. It looks like the ball hits the deck, but no one really gets it out to no avail. Big Liam
hard.
Nash going in there hard, and so is number 20 in Vuhlman. That's tough footy going on there. It's pretty desperate. They're all going in hard. So I think it's just going to be survival of the fittest, Jack. Whoever can maintain the pressure for the rest of the game.
Another goal to Mirboo North will be very hard lead to
It would
pull
be.
back. Josh Taylor picks the ball up, kicks it on his right foot down towards the middle of the ground. Only to be taken there by Mar again.
Yep. In their best.
In their best easily. Kicks the ball down. They've got 34 running.
And that's Snore again. Owen.
Oh, he handballs. He's making trouble. He's good enough to get out of it. Jack again. Kicks the ball to the half forward line. Mark taken by Fish Creek.
Arestia.
Looks for his teammate down there. His ball drops a bit short, but he's got plenty of time to kick the ball.
Mar again.
Long to the 30 metres out. Benny Campbell's set
Have a look at him.
himself.
Jeez, he's been solid, Jack.
And he's taken a mark. He doesn't want to come the top side. We've got nothing here. Goes down the bottom.
Just thumps it. Who's he looking for? I know
Yeah,
he's looking for, and he finds him. Big Joel.
Big Joel. Yeah,
He's going back.
he's gone backwards. I don't know if
To
there's
Liam.
a sense of that. There's plenty of time to go. Wouldn't we want to run the clock down?
No, not at all. not yet. Not with 15 to go.
No. Well, it's only halfway through the quarter. Damo Turner kicks the ball back into Nashy there. Cross half back. They need to get a wriggle on.
Nash.
Trying to get the ball moving. Uncontested
Woodall.
mark.
Ethan Woodall.
Woodall, who's just kicked the last goal there. He finds himself with an uncontested
Bit of
mark
confidence,
on the
see, with a young fella.
Yeah, this is where I don't understand. As soon as someone kicks a goal, they bring them off the ground. You know, the
Yep.
adrenaline's running high.
There's a big grab. Choco goes up and misses it. Josh Taylor's got the ball, gets tackled there by number 58
No
in
priority.
hooker. Couldn't get rid of it. The umpire says, I'll have it. Mirboo North need to get this into their forward line. They need to convert here, Jack, if they really want to put Fish Creek on the back foot.
That's right. It's anyone's game at the moment.
It is. The
Ball goes up. Benny Campbell goes up in the ruck. Taps it over to his eye, which is good play. Kicks the ball to the forward 50, a one-on-one. Ball gets knocked clear, but no, he's punched it. And then
Hayes again.
He's taken the mark. It's terrific bit of play.
He's probably been best on ground, Jack.
I think so, out of all the teams. Handball's over the top. Oh, it's a poor handball, and Swampy
Yep,
there.
that's
makes
McPhee.
a good tackle. Geordie Kamordo's picked the ball up, tapped the ball forward. Isaiah there. Well, now
That's
either-
too high, Jack. Yep, that's Choco.
That's
Shane Peters, geez, he did put his neck on the line there, didn't he? And he put his head on over the ball. The bloke come through. I don't think it was any malice, and he was just trying to get the ball, but he did get him high. So
And this is that feet out buddy rule.
Yep.
I mean, that's the correct decision. He's put his body on the line.
he did, and there was nothing. Cameron come through pretty hard, but it was nothing, no malice in it. It was nothing,
He's
out of the
played on,
rules.
Benny Campbell.
No, he's going to give it to Campbell to kick.
Takes the kick, and it
Oh,
goes.
is this?
Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, he's taken it. Is that a and he's kicked the goal.
That goal handball again.
What's happened here? Hang on, no, he hasn't. We got a bit excited there. Well, bit of excitement in the last quarter at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve. For the thought it took him up, he must have taken it. That's what happens when they're 150 metres away, Jack, and
The eyes
aren't where they used to be. So he's young Luke Javasi. The
of
ball's
bounds
in.
would
It's
be a
going to be a
good
2-on-2 situation, and he's
taking him high.
You cannot do that.
That's
You
Swampy.
cannot do that. Swampy nearly took his head off.
Grabbed him around the collar.
He certainly slowed it up, but that was certainly too high. You wouldn't want to give away 50 here, so...
He was just adjusting his collar. His collar wasn't sitting properly, so I think
that was a fair and square high tackle, Jack, and not in the rules. That's what we'd call a coat hanger, or
yep, pretty much a coat hanger.
In the prior years of the game, you used to see that often, but not so much this day. But he did get him on. It looks like he's in a bit of trouble, which is not good.
No.
I hope he's okay.
I think they're going to stop
They're going to stop the game here at the moment, which taking some water, but it was a high tackle. I think he wanted to slow him down, because they would have had the run on there, but not got him a little bit high when he put that arm out. So I hope he hasn't moved, the young fella, whoever that is. I hope he's okay. So play stopped at the moment. The Mirboo North Stretch Lake Engineering scoreboard, Calvary, RACV, Solar and Langdon Construction scoreboard continues, but it'll go into time on. But not much movement from the Fish Creek player, which is always concerning. Bit of a hush around the ground at the moment.
Both teams' trainers are out there. It's good to see.
There was a lot of hype, and the crowd was pretty vocal, but everyone's gone quiet, just concerned about what's going on here. So. Mitch White, but not far from him, probably saying, "Hey mate, I didn't really mean to hurt you like that." He goes, "I got you high," but Mitch is a good sportsman, cracking fella, and wouldn't have meant to do any harm like that. That's for sure. So
still can't see who the player is.
No, we can't see the number. So Fish Creek player down. They're waiting for the stretcher to come out. So. Ferno Washington's coming out, and they're going to take. Looks like they're going to take him off. So never good to see a stretcher come out a footy game.
You've been on one before, Ange? Have you had a ride on a stretcher?
I have.
Yep.
I have had a couple, Jack. once in the thirds and once in the seniors. So
we had one in a night game. We were playing at Ballara, we were playing against Moore East. And we were kicking, it was at Traralgon against Moore East, we were kicking into a massive wind in the last quarter. We were 5 goals up at 3/4 time, and they were coming back, kicking goal after goal after goal. And I tackled a bloke, and he landed on me and winded me a little bit, but I made out that my ribs were broken. And I had the footy with me. And there was no time on, we were the first game. I ran about 5 minutes off the clock, the stretcher came out, and I ran. They took me off the ground, and as soon as I got into the rooms, the siren went, and I jumped off the stretcher, and happy days.
Beautiful, mate. Hey, smart. You've always been a clever man, Jack. Yeah, no, mine was at Moore East. I thought I was playing soccer when I was on it. But, anyway, never good to see the stretchers come out. He looks like, well, when I say he's all right, they're talking to him, they're supporting his neck. So, unfortunately, it's a part of football. Sometimes that happens, injuries, and both teams are just huddled up in their groups. They're probably discussing what's going to happen next while they respect while the lad gets taken off. Fish Creek all together, top wing, Mirboo North more so in the centre of the ground, and he's getting dragged off. But look, he looks the knee's up, so he's obviously conscious. So he'll get a clap when he goes past, and obviously won't take any further part in the game. So you can see, like you said, Jack, you've got the Mirboo North trainers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people there from Mirboo North helping them carry it off, which is great to see. So.
Probably 6 or 7 minutes still to go in the game, so it's still anyone's game.
It's plenty on, and
next goal's
he's just holding his neck and going off the stretchers. So plenty of volunteers. That's why we've got the trainers, and they do such a great job. Jack, the trainers normally here all day from the fourths all the way through. So the seniors, I know that they put in a lot of effort, and they hope never to have to do their job. But unfortunately, this time someone is getting carried off. But look, it doesn't look to be as bad as what it could be. So wish him all the best, the Fish Creek player, and hopefully he'll go okay and he'll make a speedy recovery. So looks like the footy's going to return. Fish Creek have the free kick on the top wing, just outside the Mirboo North coach's box. This is where the kick's going to land. So everyone manning up.
We've got all set up well behind the ball. We've got a loose in the defence by the looks. Joel Lambourne's there to cut off any kick and a half that comes through.
They have. And wait till he's completely gone off the ground. They can't do it until he's right off the ground, and then the umpire will blow the whistle and we'll be back into the last quarter. Righto. And off we go. Umpire blows whistle, and we're back into the footy. Last quarter, Fish Creek get the thumping kick down right in front of us from the wing. The Rackman fly, that's a good mark there taken. That's Hayes again, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not. He said play on, and whoop, hello. He's getting a bit of feel in there.
50.
What was that for?
I don't know, it's a 50.
Hello, he's giving it to him.
I don't know.
There's a bit of love in this game, isn't there?
Someone's whacked Benny. You don't see Benny Campbell?
No, you don't see Benny Campbell get cranked up too much.
No, someone's
Yep,
whacked
Cameron,
him.
just keep out of the way, boys. Yeah, someone's giving him one.
Yeah,
That's what's happened.
yeah.
I'd say I'd say he's giving him one on the way through.
Yes, yeah. Yep.
I'd say Mr. Hayes. So it's just sit here, take this one boy on the bottom of the pack.
He's pretty cool and calm.
He is.
old
He
Benny.
is. So Hayes is going to line up for a kick. This is a very important goal. I think they're played a cracking game down back. Now he's up forward. Lines
25
up.
metres out.
Yeah, I'd say and he's put that straight through, mate. Look at him. He's fired up, the big fella. He's been best on ground for mine. And
So they're kicking it
so
now.
9-6-60. Fish Creek plays 10-3. 63 Mirboo North. Fourth quarter, probably what do you reckon, Jack? 10 minutes to go still? 25?
Yeah, 6-7 minutes
There's
to go.
probably 6-7 gone.
Yeah, plenty of time, both sides. Just kick 2 or 3 more
3
goals.
minutes.
She's on here.
Righto, mate. So we're hearing it might be only 3 minutes to go, mate. 3 or 4 minutes to go. So, big Liam Nash bringing in the troops, saying, right, using his experience and using the level his footy he's played at, saying this is what we're going to do, and they'll all listen, I've no doubt. So you're going to have Gale up against Fote in the ruck, and they've been a good ruck duel all day, and up they go, and the men fly. Fote gets a tap out. Nash shepherds. Whiteman gets the ball, gets held to him. The umpire says, I'll have it. So very important clearances. There's only 2 or 3 minutes to go, Jack, right now. And he balls it up, and the ball goes up. Fote gets a tap out to Campbell, kicks a left foot. He's going to find Josh Taylor. He does. Josh Taylor takes a mark, steadies. He's got big Josh Smith down the bottom, but he just chooses to go to the top to Huddy Kerr. Komodo's in the middle there, but no, Komodo gives it back to Taylor. They're not going to run this clock down, surely, are they, Jack?
Not from here, no way. They need to be.
They need to stump that in there. But anyway, Taylor holds it up. He's just going to chip it around again. Chiller. They got numbers and they got numbers back. Just about everybody bar 2 are in the Mirboo North forward line. They're going backwards now.
Oh, it's going to be hard to score that.
Now, man, it's going to be like junior footy, like under 12. So Jacob Blair's got the ball. He goes, where do I go here? There's about 400 people in the Mirboo North forward line. How am I going to get? Come on, everyone, someone move. He's going to thump it with his left foot. And that's what he does. Jack right up along the boundary. Liam Nash is there.
And
oh my God, that's why you call him the beast.
I've heard a whistle. There's a whistle.
Oh no, he's gone against him. He gives it back to him though. Smart Liam, good. And they immediately move it on. Fish Creek, they know that they need to get it down their forward line. And that's what they're doing. They're going direct. And he looks for his teammate in number 58. He's going to tap. No, and that's gone out. Smart play by Hooker. You can tell he's played 300 games. Just let it go over, because if you would have get back in board, he had about 4 Mirboo North people waiting for the ball to pounce, the Tiger to pounce. So,
Not sure what the free kick was for, but
so off we go. The big ruckman Gale gets a tap down to his teammate, but he doesn't go anywhere. Nice, and there he is again. Cameron gets a thumping kick, but it's gone out in the full. Mirboo North, they've got to probably stop trying to play this chip game, Jack. It's too early.
Ben Campbell might have been a little bit lucky there.
Yeah.
He knocked into the Fish Creek player after he kicked the ball.
Did
and
he?
Couldn't
Right.
well have
I
been
missed
outfield.
that. He's probably still a little bit rattled about whatever happened there.
Yeah,
But anyway.
I know. So Bo Peters played a great game, kicks the ball long, up onto the top
Here we
side
go.
of the ground. Big
Up
man
they
flying.
go,
Nash
Big
is
Liam.
there. And he's just gone under it. Ben Campbell gets the ball, kicks the ball back into the field of play, number 20 there.
Yep, Vulaman.
Vulaman.
Owen. Oh, he's caught. Is he caught? No.
Wrapped up.
No. Good, geez, Mirboo North tackling's fierce in this last quarter. They know that they've got to hold on here, Jack.
Yeah, well, there might be less time to go than what I thought.
There could be.
They're all holding 1 or 2 fingers up.
Big tap by Floater.
Floater, Josh Taylor.
Luke Javazzi,
Ball to
it
the
goes
field.
over. Geez, they're desperate. Josh Taylor's desperate for the ball. They probably know there's only a few minutes to go now, and Mirboo North by 3 points. So I think the next goal will do it, or maybe the next score.
Next goal wins, 100%. Floater gets the ball back in. Luke Javazzi's got the ball just overruns
There's
it.
Cameron again, look at him. And he finds,
the
he's going to
ball
find
back
Blair, is he? No, he doesn't. Oh, look at all the numbers that Fish Creek have around the ball. They got,
Benny Campbell jumps on
Benny
it.
Campbell taken high, but the umpire didn't see that one, I don't think. And there's going to be, here is Benny Campbell again.
Stacks on.
It's been stacks on, so not sure how long to go, Jack. There must be, what, a couple of minutes?
I don't know.
Minute and a half, 2 minutes.
I saw Joe put his thumb up there. I don't know. It could be less than a minute.
Up they go, and there it is, Big Campbell. No, there it is,
There it is.
Mirboo North. That wasn't going long to go. So, at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve, Mirboo North 10-3, 63, defeat Fish Creek 9-6, 16. What was a thrilling last quarter, Jack. It had a bit of everything, a bit of feel in the first couple of minutes, a few goals either way. The guy sent off in the third quarter, but gee, what a pressure quarter. And I think, it's been a sign of the game all day. Mirboo North at the start were on top. Fish Creek come back. And the Fish Creek kept coming back in the third quarter. I think Mirboo North just steadied towards the last quarter, Jack.
Hung on for dear life, they did. Yeah, it was pretty scrappy the last 3 or 4 minutes there. But, probably the story of the game, Mirboo North kicking 4 goals from 50-metre penalties and then, straight after half-time, having one of our players sent off for 15 minutes. And in that time, Fish Creek piled on 3 or 4 goals, to get right back into the game. So, yeah, there was certainly a few incidents there that.
And if you take the if you take.
We'll make sure we'll stay there while they do that.
Yep, no worries.
Oh, right.
So it's fantastic though. Game of footy. It was played in good spirit. I think both teams went in pretty hard. Nothing untoward. But Mirboo North will be pretty lucky to get away. Not lucky, but happy to get away with a win. I think Dan Kurt, for the coach for Fish Creek, would be certainly talking about the 450-metre penalties that were really. That's what they were, right? That's the rules of the game. They got 4 goals from it. So if you take those 450s or even 2 or 3 of them away, it could have been a different score. So they'll certainly have to regroup and understand that. Mirboo North looked okay. I think they've still got a little bit of work to do, Jack. They didn't look really convincing towards the end. They just have to hang on. But you know what? A win's a win. And they got the win by 3 points at home against a quality side.
And doing it without any standouts, really. Like it's, Bo Peters, I thought was probably, certainly in the top 3 players. Joel Amburn, other than letting himself down, getting sent off, was certainly one of the best players. Nashi was good again. Big Tex was battled hard in the ruck, but there was no standouts. There really wasn't.
Yep, the umpires just tallying up their scores at the moment in the middle of the ground.
Just making sure
the scores are right, and as they do a good job, the 2 goal umpires and everyone walking off, and really for Ma was certainly in amongst the best there for Fish Creek, but that centre half back, what was it? Hayes. Hayes, I think, was probably best on ground, Jack, for me.
He'd probably get the 3 umpires vote. So
it was interesting how Liam Nash has that experience. He played a cracking game, but the general done well.
Donnie White there, goal umpire waves the flags, and it's
righto. That's all over. All right, guys. Jack, it looks like that's going to be it, mate. Thanks for another entertaining 4 quarters, mate. It's been good, and we hope you've all enjoyed the call wherever you've been listening from out there, and we'll hope to see you on the next home game from the Walter J. Tuck Reserve. Thanks to Brian and his team, and Jack for chopping out Bicco when he was here earlier on.
We're boys.
Thanks, guys.